Okay. YouTube decided to change their stream interface yet again. So let's see how this evening goes. Joined this evening by my trusty dog, Barca. It looks like the delay is quite substantial. So let's see how this goes. This evening we'll play some original Xbox and kind of go from there and just see how everything pans out. But let me go ahead and put this out to some different folks on the internet. So it looks like notifications went out for once, so that's a plus. You know, that's always a nice happenstance. Okay. I don't know if any of you are familiar, so Creative Assembly went on to create Spartan Total Warrior. It was one of their first kind of outings away from the Total War franchise that kind of put them on the map for the most part. It was kind of a multi-platform adventure for them. I don't think it did particularly well, but let's play medium. Ben, how you doing? Looks like we're going back to the golden age of Xbox. Well, you know, the original Xbox was pretty great. The Xbox 360 was pretty decent. The Xbox One I haven't bothered to touch just because it's a chaotic mess of hardware upgrades, and just why even bother with the X series coming out now. So I kind of sat out that entire generation for the most part. But how you doing, Ben? What? Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. I should have grabbed the other Xbox. One sec. Well, I guess we can play something else. Provided this Xbox is functional. Let's play Breakdown. Glad you're doing good. Let's see if this drive issue continues. That'll be great.
Dragon 1-2, this is command. Commence operation, no return. Over.
This is Dragon 1-2, say again?
Dragon 1-2, I repeat. Commence operation, no return, immediately. Dragon 1-2, do you copy?
Commencing operation, no return.
Yeah, the Marines certainly ate all the crayons. No, it's a pretty fun event. Essentially, the Marine Corps is retiring their armored company out here just because the Marine Corps is refocusing to being a lighter branch.
Memory loss.
So they were giving up all their Abrams. Hey, Seth, how you doing? Jeremy, hope you're doing well. And John, how you doing, man?
We're history if we stick around here. Move it, soldier.
Come on, come on, come on. Hey, kid, how you doing, man? Appreciate the donation, man.
Your knowledge is based on reality. Wake up!
Might have to kick the dog inside because it was too hot, but I think she wants to hang out there.
Ready to pay the price.
This can't be real!
But hope all of you are having a fantastic evening so far. Why are you even on stream? Yeah, right? I don't know why I'm even... The funny thing, I was testing out a piece of equipment from work. It's just like little black magic web presenter. So I was running one of my cameras, and it was literally just a dedicated dog cam. The entire... It's actually a she, if you're wondering. Is this game real life? I'm so immersed. Well, let's see if this one even works, because my Xbox didn't want to read my Spartan Total Warrior game. That seems to be a common issue with that particular console, or that game anyway. Sorry, ma'am. Yeah? What? Appears to be working, so let's just go from there. Yeah, she's a chocolate lab. She's pushing 9 years old now. Nix, you gotta have new games. What? What? Hmm? Yeah, dogs, yeah.
Total memory loss? We haven't been able to determine the cause. His eyes are open, but he's not really conscious.
That's why, who took the time to do like
100%
creepy
at least.
little
His
angels
brain is
suspended
still
one
asleep.
piece at a time from the ceiling?
I see.
What? What?
Hey, wake up. You're our last chance.
Whoa, Dade, how you doing, man? Am I too quiet? Just to clarify, the dog is playing? Yeah, she's the one playing, not me. Oh, the video game's too loud? Oh, wow, that is psychotically loud, actually. That's funny because I have the game audio turned down to like negative 36 decibels, but it just jumps back and forth apparently. Which is older, your dog or the joust shirt? The dog. Actually, believe it or not, I found this joust shirt at a Walmart like 2 years ago. Yes. How's that? That's what you want, right there. Oh, yawn. Big old yawn, yeah. Better? Alright, that's good to hear. What? You need to go inside? I'm gonna crack the door for you so you can come and go as you please. That's probably what you want. Alright, one sec. I'm gonna crack the door for the dog so she can come and go. One sec. Dog's gonna keep me on the stream. Sorry, she wanted to... She'll probably come back a little later. But it is a little warm out here, and she wanted to go inside, apparently. This game is called Breakdown. Hi, Ducky. Okay, so... Apparently, for whatever reason, my Spartan Total Warrior disc has issues with this Xbox. Don't know why. You're my favorite customer.
All right, let's get to work. First, one question. What's your name?
It's Derek.
Derek.
You cheated. I just called you that, didn't I? First, let's test your eyesight. Stand in the middle of the red ring on the floor and look at the logo on the wall. Raise your face and look at the red light. Good. Now face downward.
Let's see, I'm getting Black Ops 3 campaign flashbacks.
No problem there. Time to move on to room 2.
Mr. Fat Cat. Oh, hi, Mark. Anyway, how's your sex life? Oh, I was not paying attention. Oh, move to room 2, okay. Alrighty. Got distracted with quoting the room. Or did we? Yeah, room 3. That's room 2. Ah! Oh, there it is, okay.
Get the card key from the top of the desk. Use that to open the door. All right. Now the next test will involve some exercise, so I hope you're ready.
I was sitting there wondering to myself, I'm like, is there a... The Star Wars universe, even the slave population have last names. Because it was like Anakin Skywalker and all that. So it's kind of like, okay, so Rey couldn't realistically... Even the slaves have last names, so it'd be kind of like, okay. You know, Star Wars universe, anyway. Let me do something here really quick. Yep.
Sorry, Derek, but you'll have to jump across to the other side.
Oh, I forgot it's really weird with the black button being the jump button.
Go through there while you're crouched. There's no need to crawl. Now climb up that
Oh,
ladder.
get the X. Well, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday evening. Just kind of chillaxing here watching original Xbox. It's always, I don't know, you've had, like, Xbox, you can't even do Xbox One anymore. Like, because the nomenclature is all messed up.
Next, I want you to move forward in a crouch. To crawl through a narrow opening, lower your stance as you move through. Hang from the bar in front of you. Move across to the other side on the bar.
What's an Xbox? Oh, sorry, the Sega Xbox. We live in that reality. I forgot about that. Oh. My dog's back. She just doesn't want to be in the chair, and now she's laying on my feet.
Careful what's underneath your feet.
So you can't see it. Sorry. If you believe it or not, I have 2 Xboxes and haven't bothered modding either of them.
All right,
This is the Xbox One. The other one's called the Expo. It's a pretty good way to call it.
Now let's see how your shooting skills have held up. Don't worry, they're rubber bullets. Pick up the gun. Now grab a clip and load the gun.
Decided to take a CD and Saturn and Dreamcast. But we don't talk about that. Yeah, I collect for a lot of stuff. I just haven't bothered. I haven't done anything with the PS4 or Xbox One. Or Expo, as Seth would call it.
Good. Next, I'll put 2 targets up. Shoot the one I tell you to shoot.
Sky High. Oh yeah, disc rot is certainly real, but I find the best way to counter that is with environmental controls. Just making sure your stuff's stored in a place that doesn't have high temperature swings.
Good. Now let's try some hand-to-hand combat. I realize you're still recovering, but I need your cooperation on these tests.
I can also burn it from mobs. Now, I will say my Dreamcast collection, I think I'm up around...
Give me a quick jab.
Sorry, my garage door is cracked and my dog is peeking under the door to stare at the neighbors. I think I'm up to like 40 or 50 Dreamcast games now. It's a hard system to collect for these days. It's getting really expensive.
Please, let's stick with the program.
All right. Wow.
Good. Now a straight punch.
Whoa, Retro, how you doing, man?
Good. Try an uppercut.
Yeah, totally. Me too. I own all the CDI games I burned. Sure.
How about a high kick?
You can in the Xbox One. No.
Good. Give me a kick.
My God, someone has a lot of bass in their car.
Good.
Just so you know.
Now do a back fist.
113th FBI members in the stream. Yeah, Retro, just hit me up on Twitter, man. We can talk about it.
What's wrong? Good. You're doing great. Now try a 1-2 punch.
Sorry. Said left and right at the same time.
What's wrong, Derek?
Okay, left, right.
Good.
Okay.
The next move will require a bit of coordination.
Collect Euro jank PC games.
Try a right straight
H.
with a right kick combo.
Fine pickled bell peppers. Yeah, she's just laying on my feet.
Please,
Right.
let's stick with the program.
Make this about your dog. This is Resident Evil.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Now let's mix it up and try a 1-2
And you're,
punch to a right kick.
I've thought about actually just like recording my dog wearing like a random gamer headset
Good.
and just putting that on the webcam.
Now try a backflip. Good.
Really need to bring back dog cam.
Practice your guard in front of the mirror.
What his wife looks like.
That was the last test for the day. Your lunch is ready for you in your room. Take a break. Earn it.
If you look really hard in two or three actually, in 3 of my videos, you can actually see her somewhere in the background. Believe it or not. She's like way out there. Also, in one of them you can see my daughter too, actually. She Ian in a wig. How did I see it? Oh, I gotta put the gun back, that's right.
Has an auto sensor that keeps it closed until you put the gun back.
Womp womp. My dog's been in a bunch of my videos. I can't remember if she was in the MRE one or not. Like some of my earlier ones, like she was in a lot of the skits in that one. I think my Zadnos People's Party one, the dog's in that one. I think the dog's in my video game and advertising one. She's in a bunch of them. If you go back and watch some of those. It's a good thing we pay Ian tips. Oh, you have to eat the burger. I think they drug you. Do I have a different channel away from gaming? I do not. Pretty much, I have this channel and then the Stream Archive channel, and that's about it. I have a way ancient channel that was like me experimenting years and years ago, but that was real bad, almost borderline cringy. So I'm going to go ahead and stay away from that one. But it's still on the internet somewhere. I've not looked at any of your backlog pre-COVID. Okay, yeah, if you check out... this channel primarily is my main one. Most of my work and a lot of my edited content's on it. Then there's the Stream Archive, which I've been backing up stuff too, but... that just takes an inordinate amount of time, believe it or not. Just have to download these giant files. Oh yeah, there is a channel Discord. I don't know, John, if you're still in the chat or not. You can post a link to that. I may check it out if you were lucky. Yeah, give me 1 sec, Mr. Fat Cat. Hang on, let me get the...
Okay, now it's time to lose your lunch.
I don't have Discord on this system, so let me...
First thing we gotta do is get out of this building, and then meet up with Glenn.
Cycling views and watching commercials.
Anyway, it's good to see you again.
There you go. Wait. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, man.
Who are you?
You really don't know, do you? I'm Alex. I came to get you. Glenn Ogawa, the chief scientist of this research center, sent me. We can't stay here. If we do, we're history.
You're the first person barf.
You promised me you wouldn't let me die. Time for you
Yeah, let me know if you ever want to join, Jeremy.
Move it, soldier.
What I always kind of loved about this game is it reminded me a fair amount of a Japanese movie that came out in like 2003 called The Returner. I don't know if any of you ever saw that.
Right. Take that gun.
Take that gun.
You better put on some body armor too.
Womp womp womp. Inflate those numbers, bruh.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Gabber, how you doing, man? I'm doing fantastic, actually. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? They call me Mr. D, lowercase d. All right. But Gabber, hope you're doing well, man. Oh, no. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Gabber has a Twitch channel, and he was actually playing Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Pick up some ammo.
And I never realized how... I never played that game, but I watched him play through it on an emulator, and I was like, my god, that game was just atrocious. Probably doing better than these hand models. But why male models? Hand models were a different breed, Derek. Oh, this guy's name's even Derek. Is that on purpose? Can't be, but that's hysterical if it was. When I passed out. Oh, gotcha. You didn't say you'd be watching a movie. It's just too damn immersive. Welcome to a game where you strap a GoPro to your head.
Careful.
Okay. That one. Is it two? No? Oh. Ow. Yep. I don't know why that was funny, but just watching her get... She's got it. I bet she's invincible and can't die. But I was just like, man, watching her just eat those rounds, I'm like, damn.
You should find a radio.
I love they just carry ration packs with them and they're like in a building. Wish there was an exit. Oh, man. Oh, you out of here, cat? You have a good night, man. Don't know why I called you cat as opposed to Mr. Fat Cat. This cat is going to roll up the tongue here. But hope you have a good night, man. Consoles can only display two colors, gray and brown.
Charlie 4 here. Roger that.
Wait, apparently, okay, I didn't remember picking up a blue key card, but whatever. Also, I realized I forgot to eat dinner, and I'm drinking rum and coke, so this might get a very sloppy evening, and I apologize for anyone who has a lower constitution for those types of things, but that's just kind of where we're going. 280p. Okay, apparently that door is locked. What system are on right now? What now? This currently we're playing on an original unmodded Xbox.
Nexus is making its move. Come on, we gotta go.
Fire detected. Please evacuate this floor immediately.
All right, follow my lead.
Oh god, reloading now. Huh? Oh crap. Oh, that's right. Ian, you're too drunk, I can understand you. Alrighty. Clearly I need to rectify that by drinking more. That's the only way to make you understand me, because you come around the bend at a certain point and then you reach, what's the word for it? Just right. Then everything's hunky-dory.
Nexus is making its move. Come on, we gotta go.
Just go and play CS like a real man. You did, yeah. Hey, 316, how you doing, man?
Evacuate this floor immediately. I repeat.
Don't at me.
Please evacuate this floor immediately.
I need to grow a pair and be a real man, and then, you know, cut lime and put it on my rum and cokes.
Enemy!
What the hell? Wait, did I? Oh, okay. Nope. Ah!
What the hell was that?
I never realized that circle strafing actually was so effective. Nick, how you doing? Cheers, gonna pour another one. Alright. I think I need to do the same, actually. I kind of finished this way faster than I thought I would. Oh. What is it, Liberty Prime? Better dead than red. I wasn't even on. No idea. This is a game called Breakdown. It was marketed originally in the Xbox as the ultimate FPS, because it's just like fully well, you have a little bit of a HUD, but it's very much designed around hands and stuff like that. I have to have a mouse. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in this weird interim where I don't mind playing FPSs on a console, provided there are certain technical things designed to help you. This game is pretty rough because there's not a lot of aim assist aside from the auto aim, which can be rather unforgiving, because your bullets all go out in a wide circle. Doing well, just getting drunk. Good to hear, man. This ain't no game. Oh, so it's the Xbox version of Black. I don't know, I feel like Black was more of a, in-depth, not tactical shooter, but just kind of an arcadey Call of Duty shooter, right? Oh dear, oh god. Ah. Apparently a Coca-Cola machine can stop 40mm rounds from a Apache helicopter. New detected, lethal force engaged. Ah, okay. Yeah, pretty much. I remember, God, was it I remember Black getting a pretty big spot on X-Play back in the day on G4. Apparently I have coins. I'm gonna Let's load up on soda. Damn, one Coca-Cola gives you, like, that much health back? Alrighty, back in the game. Okay. Oh, here we go.
What's this?
The only red button. I'm glad I could see it. God, we're old Ian. Oh, man. You know, talking about feeling old, I went for a 5-mile run with some Ranger Tab guys. And so I did 4.5 miles sticking with them, and they're like, yeah, we're going to open up a bit. And then they just left. I'm like, you bastards. The only thing breaking down here is the insobriety. Ha! Freshman year of college, dead 6. God, in a normal universe, that would have turned me into a mush. But no, I managed to do 5 miles in about 40 minutes, so I'm not terrible, because I haven't run in forever. But God, my legs are sore. I'm like, ugh. I was raving every weekend. Okay. Really? Okay, so I think left trigger is reload, not auto target. Hey, Memph, how you doing, man? Activated complex, how you doing? Oh, Rangers are supposed to... Yeah, yeah. It was just funny to me, because I managed to stick with it for 4.5 miles. Like, yeah, we're going to open up a bit more. I'm like, damn it. And I was really not motivated to run any faster than I've been running. Because I can run pretty consistent 7-minute miles. But I'm like, oh, God, any faster than that, especially like once you tack on mile 5, I'm like, I am not running any better than that. Yeah, yeah, that's how I remember I was playing this game and I could not beat the end boss, and a buddy of mine was like, hey, let me try, and then he beat him within like 5 minutes using the slide kick up and then the double back fist, and beat him. And I was so pissed. And then he beat the end boss that way. If I tried to rave now, my knee might die on me. Who else would be wearing... Don't know why that made me cough. Yeah, apparently I had to. But yeah. I'm going to pause here really quick and just drink a little more. Alright, well, one sec. I'm going to refill my drink here. And so enjoy this random animation. And I'll be right back. Old Atari Gamer, hope you're doing well, man. And bark 1 second, lift your head off the cord there. There we go, we're good. I'm thirsty. The only issue, I need a rum and coke one. I think that'll make the make it more applicable. Yep. Ian's dying. No, it's funny. Like, whenever I run really hard, especially if I do like a 5-mile run where I'm trying to keep up with young dudes who are fit, I end up coughing after. It's just how it goes. Doing a rum and coke this evening. But Nick, how you doing? Oh crap! I went back. Ugh, beer. This game always kind of gave me odd, like, quasi Half-Life vibes. Give me that ammo. Not like Half-Life vibes in a good way. That was what I was hearing. Okay. Activated complex. Did your legs start glowing? Strap some of my drink and never seen this game. Looks interesting. I've always kind of enjoyed this one. I think it's a rather unexplored Xbox title, I think, because I think it's the only console it's come out on. I thought it was a pretty fun, innovative game when it came out at the time. I mean, it doesn't hold up quite as well to, modern titles, but still pretty fun.
Here they come!
It's him!
Oh god. Ugh. No, don't shoot, I gotta reload. It's not fair. But it's just this game, the thing I find kind of annoying about it is like your target box is a giant circle. But then again, also, the guy never puts the weapon to his eye. Yeah, I think you're right there, Memph. When it came out, honestly, I forgave it quite a bit. I'm just like, you know what, I like the game, it's pretty great. Just because at the time there really wasn't many other titles that were really like it. I mean, you had a Jurassic Park Trespasser, but I wouldn't say that. Oh god, I hit the reload button instead of the target.
You don't look so hot. Take it easy.
Ugh, come on. Have a ration pouch, come on. Damn it. Just have ammo. I just broke my board shorts, not because I'm fat. I lost 60 pounds in quarantine. And I dyed them too tight. 6'4", 190 pounds. All right. I'm 6'2", 230. Honestly, looks like a Time Crisis game. Oh, yeah, I could kind of see that. Was Time Crisis Namco? Not the grandma. This game exaggerates every movement he makes. Yeah, so anyway. It came from that way. But now I'm a tall, lanky dork. Oh, wait. check it out. Original Xbox. Got the Duke controllers, I think. What a hip company to work for. It's an HD CRT. Look at that. Okay, yeah, this game was made by Namco as well, so might be the link there. Like, what if we took our shooter game off rails? Xboxception. Shoot the Xbox in.
Hey, this leads to another building. Learn something new every day. Come on, let's go check it out.
Let me check something here. Looking to see if Jimmy Hoppa's online. Okay. A tiny button to open such a big door. Hey, Tyler, how you doing, man? My self-proclaimed joust prowess. I wouldn't say I'm particularly that great at joust. I'm no, what's his face from Ready Player One, that's for sure.
What's wrong?
I do enjoy, arcade joust, anyway. Tell that to the shirt. Joust the thumb killer, yeah. You have it on 2600. Ah, there is soda. My skeleton's hands. Hey, Seven, how you doing, man? A ration bar and a Coke. Alrighty. Jonathan G, how you doing, man? The meal ticket. Just, skeleton soda. Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of the ports to 2600 were not great. He takes a bit toss most of it. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
We aren't the only ones fighting the soldiers here.
Oh, pardon me. I think you have to run past these guys. You can't actually fight them. Be well, around 100% love. Yeah, I hope I can entertain you. Including a few fat PS2s. Alright. What the hell did... Oh god, I gotta go in here. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Don't give up. There's gotta be a way out of here. Just run, damn it, run!
Well, where? It's one of those parts where I'm just like, oh dear. So they're beating her up in there. I'm just gonna run this way. Nope, can't go that way. So that's the only green panel I can go to. No? Okay, how do you deactivate target? Jesus. Oh, here we go. Ah, you have to use that skill you learned how to crawl. Escape going under the bookshelves here. Oh, gotcha. Found the channel via that one, okay. Oh yeah, freaking Blitz 2000. But glad that brought you over, man. Just gotta run that way. Yep. Gotta, you know, that whole tutorial thing they spent time teaching you. They're like, yeah, you gotta do this stuff. I think I remember, like, the first time playing this game, I spent forever trying to fight them for some reason. Like, I gotta be able to beat them. I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, God. Okay. It's a blue book there at the binder. Oh, thanks, man. Glad you enjoy the content. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Ow. Why would I... What? Why is that even a thing I could do? No. Can I lock it from the side? Okay. This is a place I want to be? Okay, there we go. Alright. That's how you do it. Oh, yeah, yeah. The TurboGrafx was fascinating. I didn't know a lot of that stuff about the system until I started, like, researching that and getting deeper into it. I'm like, my god, there was so much potential there that was just completely lost because of just the staff they had. Sharknado level special effects. Oh man, that'd be great. I would renew my cable subscription if the Sci-Fi Channel would actively remake existing films with just that shitty of a budget. I would pay for that. Oh, thanks, Nick. I'm hoping one day the algorithm picks up that video, because it's pretty much the only one of its kind for the most part. Can I fight you? Oh! just double axe handled me, right? Just to death, right there instantly. Oh. Oh man. Just beautiful. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I'm dying. Oh no, I'd have to go through the oh, please don't have to go through the one. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna you can try to punch RoboChat. Oh man. Beautiful. They bit off more than they could chew. Jeremy, any day, what now? Try hitting him in the nuts. Okay, all right. I think he's got to run past him. You're like, oh. Oh, keep running. Keep running. Oh, what? Yeah, clothesline me. Wait, oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, God. Oh, I thought I was dead after the second punch. Okay. I think you have to run to that elevator, then jump up, I think. Wow, okay. Oh, jeez, right there? That's really where it's going to load me in. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, come on. This is so brutal. Oh, wait. It's a... Okay, there we go. There we go. Got it. Okay. I would like to climb the ladder. There we go. You have to wait for the flames to explode past, right? Yeah, okay. Now let's go. Slenderman 2.0. Was that a... That was a Punch-Out reference, right? Yeah, Jeremy, let me know if you want to join, man. Yeah, the annoying thing is my controller keeps vibrating every second. T10 at 8:30, huh? Okay, yeah, the arcade game. Gotcha.
Help! Someone!
Why the heck can't I... I vaguely remember being able to open these for some reason, but I guess not. And party on, dude. be excellent, man. Kid, you have a great night. Thanks for dropping by, man. Says, watching Smoke Monster controller stream, and he thinks the Duke controller was the spiritual successor to the Saturn analog D-pad. I guess you could say that, like, in terms of, like, the way the curved shape. There were a lot of design features of the Xbox that were kind of like successors of the Dreamcast, but no, I wouldn't say the Xbox controller was anything other than just a gigantic wrong movie and whatever. Oh, God. Okay, you got me. Thanks, kid. Set me straight. Party on, Garth. Be excellent to each other was Bill and Ted. Party on was Wayne's World. Yep. Yep, losing my mind. Hey, Vanessari, how you doing? And gonna keep a... Come on, we're in supply. Now, just shelves with empty boxes, huh? Duke is better than the Elite S. Fight me. Yeah, the funny thing is, I thought I owned a Duke controller, but apparently I do not. Which I'm like, wow, that's really odd. I remember having one. Like, no idea where that went. Oh, okay. Fight accepted. Yeah, Vanessari, someone was mentioning that earlier, that Smoke Monster was talking about that in his stream. It being a spiritual successor and all. I feel like... Nope, that is not a button I can hit, apparently. Didn't dig the fairly pokey face button. The only thing I liked about the S controller versus the Duke was I found the Duke clear and black buttons were just too far away for comfortable use. I mean, I could use them no problem, but I found just the S controller I think was more ergonomically beneficial in terms of utilizing those buttons. Oh, it's video on that. Okay. Oh God, no! No, man. I'm not saying anything nice about the GameCube controller. No. That's like half the reason I dislike the GameCube is because of how toy-like that controller feels. It's the one with the empty boxes. Rex, how you doing, man? See, Nick, do you have a big retro? I think so. I think I'm up over 500 retro titles now, I think. Which I'm not sure if that's like a big collection. I think it's a nice sized one. Is the GameCube controller better than the N64 controller? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the GameCube. I like the N64. Controller's kind of meh. Yeah. GameCube controller is the hill I would gladly die on. I don't know. Just to me, the GameCube controller never felt like a good controller. Always felt very toy-like, and just I don't know, too light. There were just aspects of it I just never liked. Thunder Punch, everyone. Cinemassacred. Oh yeah, they did do that one, didn't they? I'm trying to remember who else did a Jurassic World or Jurassic Trespasser video. I remember playing that game a lot as a kid and having a fun time. God, yeah, I freaking love the Dreamcast controller. So I always felt like the Xbox controller was just kind of a natural extension of the Dreamcast one. In terms of, like, placement, anyway. Yeah, one. Still enjoy how easy it is to get into the classic game. No, fair enough. It's just, it was never my thing. You know, I mean, some folks really enjoyed it. I mean, like, some people will absolutely live and die by the GameCube. It just was not my... I don't know, it wasn't my thing. I was also, like, heavily invested in the Dreamcast for some reason at that point in time. I'm like, no, it can't lose! And so, like, when the Dreamcast failed and all that, and the GameCube was, I guess, on the horizon and all that, I was like, no, can't change horses.
I didn't want to die.
Okay. God, now that you pointed out how much it looks like a freaking Namco Time Cop freaking person, that's just all I see now. Born in 87. Entire generation. Yeah, actually, pretty much most of those consoles are pretty fantastic. Yeah, it looks like Time Crisis too. BC Shenmue. What an odd the blue access key works on like every... Wait. That was interesting delay there. Oh, ow! Should have blocked. Stay down. Oh, God. So I always enjoyed the fighting in this game, though. Like, once you got into, like, the later melee and some of the other moves you unlocked, like that double axe backhand thing. Why did you get so many when you can just burn games? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Hasn't there been talk about the HD Retrovision component cables forever? Or, like, they get into that point now? Oh, yeah. I condemned it, didn't it? Just to let him finish them off, and then I'll go in and fight him. With your arthritic grandma hands. Oh, they helped in the pandemic. Okay. Keep your bulb TVs. Yeah, it's pretty cool. First person Merlin game, gotcha. Ah. You know, I should probably block. Oh, ow. Oh, ah. It's not fair. Yeah. He punched twice. Be sort of in the Neo Geo pocket. I mean, there were a lot of stuff that you would have assumed would have destroyed the Game Boy, but just Game Boy was just a machine. Well, it was literally a machine, but I mean, like, in terms of just marketing and all the forces behind it. Oh, sorry, Neo Geo Color, not the black and white. I mean, in terms of like the Game Gear, which was a fantastic little handheld, despite the fact that 8 batteries for breakfast, it was still a great freaking system. Tiger Electronics Mini. Oh boy. What if Dreamcast Guy changed his name to Historic Nerd Guy? Ooh. That'd be a tragic rebranding on his part. Oh, wow. Okay. Never let him get up. Hey, Yahel, what's up, man? Give me your life force. It's like, I guess at least if he changed his name to Historic Nerd Guy, you wouldn't have the comedic byproduct of, you know. Well, I guess you can't say I run natively at 1080p. Oh, you want to jump on, man? Absolutely. Didn't see you in the chat there. One sec. Ugh. Go ahead and find you on the contacts. Mario's missing guy.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how you doing? Let me make sure you're coming through on the stream audio.
Alrighty.
Oh, yep, seen you there. Okay. Don't have another repeat of me talking to myself for 5 minutes, looking like a crazy person. That's always the best way.
I think I heard myself.
Okay. Yeah. So you got your second wind?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, we've been just mostly talking about the second console generation, and then someone asked me if the Dreamcast guy rebranded to the Historic Nerd Guy, what would my feelings be? And I was sitting there thinking...
Is he going to start pretending, I mean, like being like an expert on you or something? Or
God, that would be funny. Like, it was just a channel dedicated to me, but like all the facts were just a little bit off, you know?
Like, he almost gets it, but not quite.
He almost hit the main points there, but there are some things there that just don't work out.
You know, I suspect that he is actually a pretty nice guy, based on some of the people that he's friends with.
I would imagine that. I think he just he probably runs into a problem I run into once in a while, where you write a script and you just don't bother having it checked by anybody, or I I don't know. I guess it's the only way I could say that.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe, he's got like a legitimate love for the Dreamcast and, an affinity for the games, and he's really nostalgic for it, but, obviously the tech stuff maybe isn't his forte, and like you said, didn't really have it proofed by anyone.
Yeah.
Although some of the things were pretty easy to,
Yeah.
to just...
See, Venusaria says Max is a nice guy. He strikes me as a nice guy. It's just you run into one of those issues where, and it's kind of what I've started doing with a lot of my the more in-depth projects like that. If I get into anything tech related, I go and start talking to engineer friends and stuff like that. Because my SVP video, there are some errors in that one that are really minor, but I could have definitely rectified them by grabbing someone who's a hardware guy or something like that.
Yeah. Some people Doom wrote, would you like to live in an alternate universe where Tiger Electronic invented the tablet and became bigger than Apple? I don't think so. Hey, John Rogers, good to see you. Oh, Venusaria, good to Venusaria.
Venusaria? You say it?
I thought it was Sarah. I don't know, man. I'm very tired. Venusaria? Because it's spelled SSA. We've asked her this before, I'm pretty sure.
See,
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Sorry, Vanessa. I'm terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure she doesn't mind. Let's see, Activated Complex. Ian, you can call your live streams Historic Nerd Crew? I don't know. That would imply some type of what would you say, like being larger than the other people on the chat, which I don't think is accurate.
You call it Historic Nerd and his Dingleberries or something. Oh, so she said it's Vanna and Sarah, so we were both wrong. So Vanna, Sarah.
Then Sarah, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, somehow we were both wrong. Cool. Well, yeah. I look forward to asking the same question next stream.
You drinking it all or no?
Yeah, yes, sir. That's why I look forward to asking this question. Yeah, Lainey's gonna sit down here.
Yeah,
minute
awesome.
Or two. I don't know how long we're gonna stay because we were both up basically since 5, and it's kind of warm here too.
Oh, gotcha.
But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Sometimes alcohol.
I find warm weather drinking is just fantastic. You can get to that right level of lightheaded, and you're like, this is pretty terrible, but also could be great if I
it's
can.
Not what I want
maintain.
from my drinking to be lightheaded and hot.
I don't know. I found I don't think you were here for the stream, but I have this Arab hata thing. It's where you put it's a very light cotton fabric. But what I like to do is I'll wear that and I'll put ice packs and stuff in it. And then it keeps me pretty cool. So it was 100-something degrees in my garage, and I'm out here just wearing that, drinking.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, I hate myself, apparently. Let's see, Historic Nerd Guy Fact 476. Ian won against the Xenomorphs in an arm wrestling contest in 1999 AD.
Let me switch to my non-mechanical keyboard here in case I need to type something, because...
Florida drinking now, is that warm weather drinking? I am not looking forward. Yeah, apparently in Idaho it's going to hit 100 plus here on Sunday, and I'm like, what? No, why?
Ugh, sounds terrible.
But yeah.
Yeah, no 3D rendering then.
Oh God.
It's too hot to render.
Dude, the sucky thing is my main editing computer is in my office, and just the airflow to my office sucks. So I was in there running that thing, doing the 3.5 hour renders on some of those shots for the TurboGrafx video, and my office was getting so uncomfortably hot. Where my dog would want to hang out with me. I'm like, no, you cannot hang out in here. You will die. Because I'm in there working on having that one going. Then I have my laptop out and I'm working on other scenes that aren't as 4K intensive.
Sorry, I was just laughing at Rex Warden. He wrote, "You'll be able to dig up 3 baked potatoes." Sorry, it's distracting me. It's a pretty good one.
That's a good one. See, Kit said, "But you're Southern Idaho by Boise, right?" Yeah, no, Sandpoint's way up north. That's a 7 hours, I think, from where I'm at.
I guess Vanessa, I thought she was on the East Coast, but maybe she said she's not looking forward to Sunday. Wait, is she in Washington? She might be in Washington.
She might be.
Am I doxing her? Maybe I should shut up.
I feel like she's mentioned where she's from before, but I could be wrong.
The problem is, outside of like when
Oh, I
we
got it.
met her at the convention, like mostly have talked to her like either in this stream or like I've seen her on a bunch of other streams too, like that I popped in on for like when I watch Bob or somebody stream or, but yeah. Anyways, but I'm always drinking on stream, so.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, she's in Seattle, so she's near you.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm doxing you now.
Jeez, Ian.
But everyone knows I'm in Idaho, so I mean I'm the only person who lives here. I'm the person who uses the potato fiber optic internet. It's a bunch of potato chips laid end to end that somehow works effectively enough to stream.
To find Ian, all you really got to do is make it to your neighborhood, because if I remember right, like not all the houses have been purchased yet.
Yeah.
So basically, just I don't know, within an hour you can knock on all of them and find them.
Oh yeah, you can get track. Oh god! Oh god! Exploding creature things.
Seth Pepper, please don't dox me. Yeah. That's gonna be my new streaming gimmick. I just dox people.
Oh, thanks for the sub. Oh, by the way, he lives at.
He's got a 750 credit score. We should definitely steal his identity.
You want to be his friend?
What game is this?
It's a game called Breakdown on the Xbox. It's like the gimmick for it was. It's like a ultimate first-person shooter type game, so there's a lot of like hand movements and all kinds of stuff. No no major HUD pieces for the most part. So no aiming reticle or like ammo count. Let's see here. Do you like potatoes? I assume if you... No, the funny thing is I'm Irish as well, and I don't care for potatoes all that much. It's kind of a funny happenstance that way. And then I live in, the potato capital of the world. Apparently I can't go down, so I gotta go up. Awesome. Union trip we canceled this year. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed because I think, Portland would be like right now, right?
Yeah, it'd be this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Kelsey like tweeted it. I had forgotten. I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. Like, we should be meeting Stika, playing some CDI.
Oh yeah. Get force Bob to play that. Irish too. That's blasphemy. I'm just not into potatoes all that much.
This game, is this like one of the early Xbox games?
No, I want to say this was mid lifespan for it.
It looks I don't know. Maybe I'm just romanticizing what OG Xbox games used to look like, because I haven't played any OG Xbox in a while, but it doesn't look that good. I feel for the Xbox.
No, this is about OG Xbox. But also, I'm probably not playing this on the best method for graphics right now. I'm doing component at 480, so I'm kind of actually, I guess I'm not getting the best possible picture out of this either.
I don't think that would really help.
Yeah. Breakdown was released 2004. Okay, so it was like mid to end.
316 what's up says CDI and chill, which that's how I romanced Lainey. With a CDI, right, babe?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
That's how I romanced you with the CDI.
Yeah. So Nick in the chat here was actually brought to me via one of the games you may be playing NBA. Oh my God, Blitz 2000.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Nick is from one of the Blitz 2000 streams on your channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's always fun to play. We gotta try it again with. I guess we never did it with 4 people, right? We just did it with like 3, us and Alex.
Yeah, I think the most people we got was you, me, and Alex. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we gotta try it out next time. It seems like I know Jimmy's in Japan, but it seems like he's got like the best internet out of all of us.
I feel like
it could work.
Oh God, people are. Oh God, don't hug me.
It's normal.
I can't think of. The last thing I'd do to somebody if I was on fire. Yeah, Pariah was pretty interesting because it was on was it Quake 3 engine?
Wait, what?
Oh, Manacera.
Oh, Pariah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like Blitz. I'm like, I don't think it's running on the core engine.
So get this, man. The new office building I'm moving to on base has a Blitz 2000 arcade machine on the first floor, and I'm like, I'm never gonna get work done again.
Hey, Kevin Ball is here.
Hey, Kevin, what's up, man?
OG Xbox, the behemoth itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, CDI is bigger than an Xbox. I think Xbox is heavier though.
Yeah, I think the Xbox is a man of mass, where the CDI is a man of dimensional space.
Yeah.
Now, where the hell do I need to go right now? Can I jump over that?
The weight of the CDI is abstract.
It's a collapsed star.
Yeah, it's are neutrons collapsed stars? Is it pulsars? No, the pulsars aren't collapsed stars. I think it's a neutron.
Yeah, I think a neutron, yeah, is a star with a significantly higher density, I think.
That's right. That's right.
Lost Gemini, how you doing?
Anyways, welcome to Historic Nerd's astrophysicist astronomy stream.
Yeah, well, welcome to my Carl Sagan stream. Talk about atoms
That'd be
and
awesome,
where we're from.
Oh man, that would actually be like a fun watch party to stream. Oh yeah, Gabber, I keep forgetting I need to stream Rose Street. I actually have a 4-day weekend, so this would be a good weekend to do it. Seth Murphy wrote a neutron stars. Tummy. I think he meant dummy thick.
Tummy thick.
Yeah, neutron star would definitely be. If any star was gonna have like a booty Instagram account, it would be.
Just, just showing off the gains they're getting.
Yeah.
But it's a reverse game Instagram though.
You can only photograph it once before you're caught in its gravitational well.
I'm gonna refill my drink. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Kevin Ball said, "Hi, Historic and Wrestling. Xbox is a beefy American console for beefy Americans. Drapes off an American flag, the patriotic console." Something like that. Yeah, Gabber, I've been saying I'm gonna stream it for like the past month or two. Absolute Rose Street. For those that don't know, Absolute Rose Street is a infomercial that Sega made for the 32X, but they presented it as if though it was a real TV show, and it's just like cringe 90s, like very lame, but also kind of tongue in cheek. Like it's pretty fun. I usually stream it in July, but just didn't this year. But yeah. Hopefully tomorrow or Sunday, most likely, I'll get around to doing it. See if there's anything in the chat here that I've missed while Ian is satiating his alcoholic demons. Kit, my family is planning Maui for Christmas to see my sister that lives out there, but I'm not booking ish until we have more clarity. Yeah, my girlfriend and I were kind of in the same boat. We were supposed to visit her sister like back in April or May, I think, was when our original tickets were, but obviously we didn't go, and like she's got like a new baby, and it just seems like not the best time to be unnecessarily traveling. So absolutely, Rose Street comes complete with a discount Vanilla Ice. Yeah, what's his name? Max, the character. He's supposed to be like the bad boy, but he's like, you know what he is? He isn't just Vanilla Ice. He's like the character that Vanilla Ice played in Cool as Ice. That's pretty much what Max is like. By the way, if you guys haven't seen Cool as Ice, I highly recommend it. It's not good, but you will have a good time. I think it was on Amazon Prime. Yeah, Max Jackson, that's his name. Let's see. I know we weren't paying attention to the chat too much at the beginning, so let me go back here. More stuff about the weather. I don't know what this is in reference to, but I just saw Tyler Boeing said he had 28.8 speed.
Wait, what did I miss?
I was just going back to the chat to see if there was
Oh,
anything
gotcha.
of note that had been missed. So yeah, we were just talking about a little bit about Absolute Rose Street, and John said that Max is a lot like Vanilla Ice, and I said he's more like he is like Vanilla Ice, but I feel more akin to the character that Vanilla Ice played in that movie Cool as Ice. I don't know
Oh,
if
is that
you-
the one where he's rode the motorcycle into town?
Yeah. It's like the only movie he did, I think. Right? I bet he
Well, I
did.
mean, he had a cameo in Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, but like the only movie that was like his starring vehicle. Get that zero and get with a hero. There's some awful one-liners in that movie.
Remember when he had a grunge band for a while?
Dude, I saw him. It was a new metal band. So like they were playing. This is in Florida. I imagine that. Obviously like a million years ago. But yeah, and they had done like a cover, like a new metal cover of Ice Ice Baby. And I guess they had a whole album. We weren't planning on going. We were just out in Ybor, which is like this place in Tampa where there's a bunch of bars and stuff. And there's like a venue there too. And we just saw it said Vanilla Ice, and we're like, what the hell? So we're like, all right, well, let's buy some tickets and go in. And we were drunk, and boy, we were not prepared for new metal Vanilla Ice.
You thought, man, he's gonna go Ninja Go. It's gonna be great.
I will say, I mean, he was a pretty good showman. I was also very drunk, so but he had a lot of energy. He just didn't have any good music with him.
So Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, I mean the new metal cover of of Ice Ice Baby, like it's kind of fun for the novelty of it, but I mean, if it like came out today, like that was the first version of it, you wouldn't be like, oh, this is great.
It's the best thing I've ever heard.
Tyler Bowen just as good as Fred Durst. I can't believe I'm going to say this about anybody, but I would say not as good as Fred Durst.
Aww.
Or maybe I should say less bad, or
Well, I
worse.
guess on the one plus side, the one good thing about Fred Durst was he helped launch the Dreamcast.
And now we know the real reason why it failed.
Now we know what drug it down. All those hand side Dreamcasts he did. That ruined
Fred Durst is
everything.
actually the original Dreamcast guy. He's gonna come after DC guy and fight him. That'd be great if they could actually he's pretty big, Dreamcast guy. It'd be awesome if he got into like a little mini feud, like tongue-in-cheek feud with Fred Durst about
What
it.
you gonna do now?
Maybe do a charity stream. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do now?
It's a pretty good Fred Durst.
Yeah. Oh god, I need a block. I'm getting my ass kicked here.
So
Derailed that one.
yeah.
The Fred Durst broke your brain.
Yeah, dude, that band had so many freaking hits. I saw them in concert too. I didn't go to see them. They were just like I was going to see Metallica. It was like a big stadium show, and like Metallica was a headliner, and like Korn was playing, Limp Bizkit. God, it was so long ago. There were a couple
That's
other
a pretty big freaking late '90s event.
No, this was this was like 2002, I think.
Oh, okay, so still pretty big though.
Yeah. Yeah. There were like four big bands, anyways. But like Limp Bizkit did a cover. I don't know how familiar you are with Metallica, but they did like a cover of Master of Puppets, a little bit of it. They did like the first 30 seconds, and it did not sound good.
Yeah. I think the Xbox froze. I'm stuck on, but it's still doing the fire effect, which is kind of interesting. It's either thinking real hard about this or it's frozen.
Yeah. Although Limp Bizkit did do a pretty good cover of Metallica's Sanitarium.
Oh.
I gotta say, it's a lot better than you would expect. And they put on a good show. I mean, again, their songs weren't great, but like Durst in particular like put on a good show. I was also drunk.
Also drunk. So I might switch games because it would appear
Yeah.
this froze. No, Ian, it's just the extreme immersion. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch titles to something else. Give me 1 sec while I switch.
John said that the Fred Durst talk killed the Xbox. So, well, hopefully other games play.
Now let's see if this game even works. It's a game called Men of Valor. It takes place in the Vietnam War. Don't even know if that's going to work or not, so we'll find
out. Lainey is here, by the way.
Hey, Lainey, how you doing?
Doing good.
All
Been
right.
out of commission for the last couple weeks. I had my wisdom teeth taken out, and I was dying for like last weekend. And
How many did you have taken out at once?
I had 2, but I also had to get like some fillings and stuff done at the same time. And then I guess like they like filled one of them too much, so then I wasn't able to close my mouth all the way, and like my jaw was super sore, and it was ridiculous. So I had to go back to the dentist for them to like file down my tooth, and like now finally I'm feeling better. I went back like a couple days ago.
Wow. Well, sorry to hear that. I remember years and years ago, I had all 4 wisdom teeth ripped out at once. And
Ripped out? What kind of a dentist did you?
he literally used a tool that looked just like a flathead screwdriver. I'm like, what the hell? You're gonna charge me that much? I could have done that myself.
Don't worry, technology hasn't advanced. They're doing the same thing. And then they take like, after they loosen it with the screwdriver, then they take the pliers and just like pull, like yank it out. Yeah.
That's how the guy did mine.
Yep.
I mean, well, what do you expect them to do?
I don't know.
I mean, how else would you go about it? You can't like, they're not gonna give you a pill that like makes your teeth loose or something.
I don't know. I thought there was like some type of injection or something that like loosened your gums or whatever, and then they just like slide the tooth out. I don't know.
See, you're gonna go around back of the building, and this guy, you're gonna say stuff to him, and he's gonna punch you in the side of your face.
Right.
It's gonna loosen all the teeth back. But don't worry, it's a proven method. Just wait for it to happen.
What are you eating, buddy?
Yeah, I have to go back and get the other 2, but I'm gonna wait till like next year because not only was it painful, it was a shitload of money. So hopefully my insurance will cover more once the year flips over.
Yeah. So like the funny thing is, my wisdom teeth actually came in kind of fine. They were pressing a bit on the back of my jaw, but one of them came in without a head on it. So it was like just this exposed root.
Whoa.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that sounds fucking weird.
Yeah, so the funny thing was they gave me all this like coating and stuff to use after, but like when they removed that, I was like so relieved after the fact that I'm like, no, I feel there's no pain or anything, so I'm great.
You're like, the pain that I'm feeling from healing from this is less than what I was feeling originally.
Yeah, that's great.
Rex Warden said that mine came in fine, but then shattered. That's fun.
That's never fun.
Nick is refilling his whiskey. Good
yeah, good for you.
Gabber said, y'all need new modern dentists. My dentist used an elevator, but it's in quotes. So I don't know what that means. To get my wisdom teeth. I was fine the next day with no drugs. Like, what is that? Like a sensual kiss? What's an elevator?
He's like, I have the best tongue moves. You don't even know that this tooth has fallen out.
Suckles your tooth right out.
just coerces it out with the sweet talk. See, Jonathan G says, I had 6 wisdom teeth removed once. Damn.
Jesus Christ. Wait,
That is nuts.
What? 6?
Okay.
Yeah, they told me that like I didn't technically have to get them removed, but like the way my mouth is set up, they're like so far back, like I can barely even reach it with a toothbrush. So basically, they were like, but they're gonna decay if you leave them in there, and like then we'll have to pull them out later. So I'm like, oh great. Well,
Oh, no.
get it over with.
Like, we're just going to have to help you with this later.
Right.
Daniel just said, I noticed Historic Nerd was streaming and immediately headed to the liquor cabinet. That's the way to do it, yeah.
State.
But yeah, if you keep this up, there's going to be like doctors that recommend people to not watch your streams to get their livers right.
If you want to avoid liver disease, make sure to avoid Historic Nerd.
Enzymes are high. Have you been watching Historic Nerd streams?
Have you been watching those? Is that what's going on here?
Gabber said that it's a tool, which is still like vague enough. Like if somebody says, "Oh, is the elevator like the dentist suckling your tooth?" He's like, "Oh, it's a tool."
Can you imagine like the class at dentistry school they have to do for that one? It's like, okay, you have to make sure to press your lips firmly against theirs and then use your tongue vigorously.
You need to create a vacuum seal. First with their mouth, and then slowly continue to move inwards until you reach the tooth.
Oh man! 9 out of 10 dentists do not recommend this stream.
I'm sure Lainey is too jealous that there was some easier method, I guess.
Of getting him out. Oh, heck
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I was in so much pain. And then, like, the day that I actually got him out, like, Yahel picked me up and I couldn't even talk properly. And he was, like, so nice about it because I thought he was going to, like, make fun of me to no end. But he waited until the next day. So I was happy.
No, I waited like several days. I was just enjoying the peace and quiet.
See here, John says there is going to be a class action lawsuit in a few years for all the alcoholics Ian created. Oh no. See, an infomercial voice. Watching Historic Nerd is known to cause drinking. Moderation is advised. And you should contact your doctor if drinking persists.
Or your local liquor store, depending on how you want direction your
or
life.
make sure you just skip the long road and just get a liquor license with your local liquor dispensary. That way you save on every gallon you buy.
You know, nothing depressing about drinking while watching Vietnam War footage.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked at how much actual footage they're using in this one. But I am interested in the fact they actually use the tap thing to get into that Budweiser.
Oh yeah, I'm actually surprised at how little lag there is in your stream.
Yeah, the funny thing is I don't know, YouTube changed their stream interface again. So, like, it used to, and I'm like, God, come on. So, like, I tried to do the thing where I'm like, okay, just go live and then go into it. And then did this weird thing where it, like, literally just brought back up my 3DO stream. And I'm like, okay. Whoa. Donate to your AA sponsor. He's here for you. Thanks for the donation, kid.
Did you see Nick's comment? Joke's on Ian. We're already alcoholics.
Yeah. See, Colin says he's drinking too. Now, battle rattle. Apparently, Colin wants me to wear my full gear, which, nah, I'm good.
Maybe in the winter when it's cold in there.
Actually, I could do that. Actually, wear my freaking ACH and my body armor.
I want to stream like a Star Trek game, maybe a Final Unity in my Star Trek TNG uniform, but it's way too hot.
Oh yeah, so I was talking to Jeremy actually, and he was helping me out set up a Voyager Elite Force, that Quake 3 mod FPS game, and he hooked me up with like a free file because apparently it's abandonware now. But I need to set up a server and stuff like that. And I've been wanting to actually do like just a massive community match on that one.
I've never played Elite Force.
If you played Quake 3, you played Elite Force. It's just different weapon select.
I just like,
and it's not nearly as annoying as like Quake 1.
So for those that don't know, it's like a first-person shooter set like it's set on Voyager?
Yeah, it's set on Voyager. You're like the I think like half of it, I think, is in like the holodeck because it's like Tuvok trying to create his own security team.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other half is like you fighting 838. Oh my god, I've drank too much and now I can't remember
species
the
8472.
8472. Thank you. Yeah, you're fighting them, Borg, all kinds of stuff.
So it's Laney because you haven't watched Voyager. So species 8472 is
No spoilers.
I mean, this isn't like that big of a spoiler, but it's a species that the Borg can't assimilate, and the Borg are. I don't know. I don't think scared is the right word, but as scared as the Borg could be of a species.
Well, yeah, it's the only one that they can't just like rape. Like,
well, and they're pretty vicious. Species 8472 is pretty vicious themselves.
Let's see here, Ian, you're out drinking mice. I don't think I'm that trash. Come on, I'm forgetting my Star Trek trivia, unfortunately, which is apparently in one of those file boxes I've been pushing closer and closer to a shredder in my mind. I am noticing a bit of it's kind of interesting the way this game goes, but I think it's actually on the console itself.
We did finish DS9 finally.
Ooh,
yeah.
What'd you think, Lainey?
I thought it was really good. I told Yahel that I still feel like TNG is better. Like, I don't know if I'll think that there's another Star Trek better than it. But it was really, really good. And I like the way that they, like, wrapped everything up and stuff. So, I don't know. I mean, I do feel kind of bad for Cassidy being a single mom now. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess all for the better good.
Well, she is
I guess she has
smuggler for the Maquis, so this is what she gets.
I guess she has her 40-year-old stepson, Jake, to help her at this point.
Yeah, how did he age 33 years in the span of 7? Yeah, we're watching the documentary this weekend, too.
Oh, fun. Okay, I missed something, but there's a little compass thing I got to go to over here, maybe.
We're spoiling stuff for people.
Wait.
No more talk of this.
Oh, my bad.
Under the truck.
Somebody watching
Colin.
DS9?
Colin.
Oh, he only just started the. Oh, it's Colin. So did you just start watching Star Trek now? Are you starting from the original?
Stop spoiling.
I know. I'm like,
it's gonna be a while, buddy. You by the time you get to DS9, you'll forget about this conversation. Yeah, Kit. Next Gen is really, really good stuff. Next Generation.
Yeah, it's the best. After watching the 2, it's definitely the best.
The sad thing is I've been watching Lower Decks, and I'm like, this isn't. The sad thing is it's not nearly as bad as, or it's not nearly as bad as Discovery or Picard. I'm like, wow. And it's
not because it's good.
It's not because it's good. It's really not good. It's like, oh, jeez.
It's like goes back to the Fred Durst Vanilla Ice thing, you know? Yeah, Fred Durst is better than Vanilla Ice, but you still don't want to listen to it.
I try to look, we watched the first episode of Lower Decks, and we're kind of like, these jokes are terrible, but we're gonna give it another chance and see if like the next episode's any better.
Yeah, I'll probably give it like 2 or 3 episodes, but I don't know if I'm even gonna give Discovery a watch this season. I mean, if whenever it comes out, like it's just that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched the second episode recently, and it's not any better, and but still better than Discovery or Picard. So I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch this for the time being because there's nothing else really. There's no new content on television right now. Trebor says, "Can you punt the football into the fire?" I should have done that. Darn it.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to keep it spoiler free for Colin, but yeah, Gabber, Enterprise I think is pretty underrated. The first couple seasons aren't. They're okay. They're not like they do have some good episodes in there, but the last 2 seasons are really good.
I find Enterprise now like. Just having watched STD and Picard, I'm like going back to just like Enterprise. I'm like, God, I judged you so harshly. I'm like, should have given you a better chance.
I think the Enterprise theme song is really off-putting.
Oh, yeah, that was like the worst part. It was like the first Star Trek to have that whole like a song as opposed to an orchestral intro. So it's kind of like, why?
I think
did
I picked you right, Lainey. Faith of the Heart, where it sounds like it's like a guy doing a Rod Stewart impression.
Faith.
I don't know, but I really like Rod Stewart. I would appreciate if you don't talk
hold me
about
down no more.
The problem
gonna change my mind. 'Cause I
Listen,
got
Forever,
faith.
Rod Stewart's
Oh,
Forever Young is a banger. but it's just like that style of music like doesn't put you in the mood for like Trek, right? Like it
Right.
kind of takes
Yeah,
you out of
totally,
it.
totally.
Like that's a theme song. I don't know.
Below
But
Deck
yeah. Oh, and Lainey just started watching Attack on Titan. I sucker her
Oh,
into
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I need to watch season 2 and 3 and finally do a follow-up episode to
Yeah.
a video I made
Oh,
6
so
years
funny
ago.
So she like we're maybe like I think we're on the 5th episode, and she has like a lot of the same questions already that you have in your video. Ian's only seen the first season, but they answer like all the questions that he has. Takes them a while, but they answer them.
Yeah, I mean, we watched the first episode and I was like, this is kind of depressing. I don't know if I want to watch this series. And then he ended up just like starting it again, and I got sucked into it. And then after I watched the second episode, I'm like, okay, put on the next one. Put on the next one. Let's watch the next one.
Yeah.
Like right away.
Well, my issue right now is I have a 3-year-old, so I have to be very careful with like stuff like that if I watch, because it'd be really hard to explain someone getting devoured by a Titan
Totally.
to my daughter. So I'm like, well, I gotta watch it. So, but the funny thing is, when I watched the season 1, it was like 3 years from them even making season 2, and then by that point, I'd kind of forgotten about it. So I was like, okay.
Dude, I would definitely go back and watch it. So like I finished season 3 like a few weeks ago, and like you said, there was a bunch of time in between seasons, and I took my sweet time watching season 3. So I finally went back and I was like, let me watch this again from the beginning. And there's so much stuff that happens in like the first season that they pay off later and like go back to, and like little things that characters said here and there. Like it's really, really well done. Vanessera, yeah. Both Ian and I are big Babylon 5 fans.
Yeah. I even
have
watched,
not watched that, so.
Was it Crusader or Crusade? What was the show that took place after? On like Earth.
Oh, the Rangers. I think it.
Well, it wasn't Ranger, but it
it
was like Crusader or something like that. I even watched that show for a while. I don't want to ruin anything for anybody, so. Oh my God. You're bleeding. Press the B button. Okay.
So Babylon 5 is like another show on a space station, and rumor has it that like, Paramount, I guess, like supposedly took some heavy inspiration from that, because I guess J. Michael Straczynski, the creator of Babylon 5, had pitched it to Paramount at some point. But it's really good. There's actually a few Trek actors that pop up in it.
Oh, this is awful.
What about that
No.
one HBO one that I recommended the other day? You need to check that one out.
Oh, what was it called?
So I have to point something out really
Something
quick about this game. So instead of iron sights popping up, oh God, what happens is when you do your iron sight, like what you'd expect to be your iron sights in this FPS, the rifle just you're physically lock in place, and then the rifle cursor moves around the screen finitely. It's real bad.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, that's whenever I go to the range, that's how I operate. Is I will.
I think I know the answer to this, but Kid asked if either of us have played Ghost of I don't even know how to pronounce it. Tsushima. I haven't played it.
I don't have a PS4, so I haven't played that one yet.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was a PS4 exclusive.
Apparently, it's great.
Yeah, I've heard it's a classic, already considered like an instant classic.
Oh God, I got toasted. Yeah, this is not a good game. I'm glad I found it later in life for $1 at a thrift store.
Yes, Vanessa said that J. Michael Straczynski gave Paramount his Bible for it back in '91, and they sat on it. And
remember the show Sliders? I love that show.
Oh, I love that show too. I mean, it gets kind of
it gets really nuts by the end there, because like then they replace what's his face with his brother at some point. And you're like, okay, I don't know why this is going on.
one O'Connell's as good as another.
Okay. They find him on that weird, it was Amish planet or Amish reality. You're like, okay.
Avenue 5 is the show that you're talking about.
Press and hold Y.
There we go.
Yeah, there's some like I don't know if it's a straight up comedy or dramedy, but on HBO called Avenue 5. It's like a sci-fi comedy with stars Hugh Laurie that apparently is supposed to be pretty decent. I haven't watched it, so I don't have HBO.
I don't know. It was recommended to me by one of my coworkers.
Kit had asked something earlier.
Let's see here.
Nick
said, okay, peace out, Ian. It was a great watch. Oh, thanks for dropping by, man. You have a great night.
Thanks, Nick. I don't know if you saw Kit talking about Blunt Talk, that Patrick Stewart show. I've seen a few episodes. That shit's pretty funny. The one that Data pops up in is pretty funny too.
Blunt Talk, huh? I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, it was like a Stars show, and like
it's the one where he plays the hardcore conservative English guy, and he gets like caught in a car with a prostitute or something like that, and it's hysterical.
Yeah,
I remember watching that like God, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart's pretty funny.
It was pretty good because it was like he kept having like veteran flashbacks to the war in the Falklands, and I loved how they kept referencing that. I thought that was just hysterical.
But Sliders, man, the first couple of seasons in particular are really, really good. I just love like all the like alternate world scenarios that they set up.
God, this game is awful.
Do you ever fight anybody? What is?
Well, you do. It's like really Vietnam, where you have to close at the enemy and fire
I think it was
into the brush.
Someone mentioned in the chat earlier, I'm not sure who it was, but they were like, this game is depressing. And I agree.
This is really sad. But but the AI is so bad now. Like, I would die instantly by poking my head around an APC, but now all of a sudden they're like right in front of me and they can't kill me. I'm like, oh my god, it's awful.
You're just that, when you're real good at being a soldier, they just can't hit you.
Fact. This is how that works.
Well, this guy's actually
Dark Angel. That was another one. But one of the sci-fi shows from the '90s I absolutely loved was Space Above and Beyond.
I never watched that.
Oh, it was so fun.
I did watch. There was a pretty recent show on the Sci-Fi Channel. It got canceled after second season called Dark Matter.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
It's pretty good. Sometimes the dialogue's a little like kind of corny, but the overall like story arcs are like really, really good. The first season especially. The second season's not bad either. Although I only watched like half of it.
Did you ever watch Farscape?
No.
Oh, Andromeda. Yeah, Farscape was great. That was a really fun one.
I've never watched Andromeda either. So Andromeda's well, I don't know much about it other than it's in space, but I know it's another show that Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, made.
Well, that and what was the other one? It was
Earth Final Conflict.
Yeah, Earth Final Conflict. That one, God, that show was on forever. I felt.
Yeah, I remember. It seemed like it was like on TV for like 5 or 6 years. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong, but I watched like a couple episodes here and there, like when I was like, young when it aired, but I don't really remember anything about it. Other than there were like some aliens that were like down on Earth, and they were like, one of them wanted to like help humanity. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
God, and I remember what was William Shatner's Tech War?
Oh, Tech War. Yeah, I have that game still. And also I have the pilot episode of Tech War on VHS that I'll occasionally bust out and watch, which is just delightful.
So Tech War was a show that William Shatner, Captain Kirk, created and starred in. And he wrote books about.
Yeah, he has a whole book series. One of my favorite things about Tech War was the eco hippies militarized and built their own army.
I've never watched it because I just like every commercial for like an episode that would air like just looked so bad. I just never watched it.
Oh,
this antelope is like so chill. He's like, yeah,
he's like, there's a firefight going on. Whatever.
It's fine.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch games because this is terrible.
Oh, why? It's so good.
Why? It's so good. It's so great. Oh, one sec.
This is worse than the last game that froze. I just want to point that out. The frozen fire screen was better than this.
And then every time he dies, they show a letter to his parents about him dying.
What is this? So, Jonathan, the show was Tech Wars with a K, so it was TEK Wars. Because that made it hip. I don't know. I never gave it a shot. Maybe it's okay.
I don't know.
I've already played Twisted Metal. Wait, is that a joke? That wasn't on Xbox. But I thought it was PlayStation exclusive, I thought. Or was there? I don't know. I don't think there was any Twisted Metal on I also love Oh god, Mantis! Yeah, that was a great one. That 90s superhero one where the guy had the suit.
Oh, I remember the show.
African American superhero, right?
Yeah, I thought that show was kind of. I remember it being lame, but I also don't remember much about it. Dude, I've been thinking about getting.
Well, I remember what? Sorry.
You know how they've been releasing the Halo games on PC, the Master Chief Collection or whatever? I've been thinking about getting that. It looks fun.
God, I have a lot of.
Sack, Ian.
Well, I got Wang Fu, Fatty, Morpheus, Redemption, Khan. Got a lot of got a lot of different little things here.
Douche it.
I guess, yeah.
What is going on in your life?
Oh, I really a Jew panda.
Do you want to keep scrolling through these?
Let's see what happens here.
This is the hashtag cancel historic nerd screen.
Yeah, hashtag cancel me based on accounts I made in the early 2000s.
I think douche it or fatty is the way to go here today.
But I remember like the big thing about Mantis was you didn't know who he was initially for the first couple episodes until he revealed it later. Yeah, I have Stubbs Zombie. I thought about putting that on, but I decided Halo would be an easier crowd pleaser.
Yeah, this is actually... Man, I'm actually surprised neither of us has ever streamed this now.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those ones where you're like, oh, yeah, Halo, yeah.
Gonna have to steal this.
Yeah, Rebel Without a Pulse, yeah. Stubbs is interesting. I guess there was a big, interesting legal battle that happened with that game's creation and release. Was that, I guess, like, the guy who helped develop the Halo engine at Bungie, he quit and left, but he retained legal rights to the Halo engine. So he left and took the engine with him and made Stubbs a Zombie with it. So, like, it's one of the few games that has, like, official Halo engine on it or something like that.
Interesting.
I used to have an NES baseball.
But Bungie and 343 Studios kept using that engine, though, so maybe I guess they could have licensed it or something. Or bought it.
Colin, you should do a shirtless stream. Nah, I don't think anyone wants to see my hairy chest.
Man, I forgot about that loading screen.
I always loved how a lot of the logos... You ever play Marathon on Mac?
I played it on the Pippin like a real gamer. I never played it.
I'm like, who did you know with a Pippin? Jesus, I had a neighbor who had a Pippin. And I remember playing was it Journeyman on it?
Oh yeah.
I remember because my neighbor, like, their family was utterly obsessed with Mac and like Apple back in the mid '90s. Even when like Apple sucked, they were still obsessed with it. So they had like all the newest Mac crap. And I remember them having a Pippin, and I'm like, what do you even do with this? It just seems like a Mac. They're like, no, it's great. Check this out. It's got like a...
I mean, it literally was a Mac. Like, it ran on like a version of Mac OS.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to go home and, play Journeyman on my PC at on a monitor where it looks better.
Yeah, if you want to learn all about Apple's Pippin, its game console, I did a video on it a while ago. It's not up to the same level of editing as my... stuff is now, but it's alright.
God, dude, that freaking the GoldenEye clip you posted today just looks great, man.
No, thanks, man.
I'm jealous. I'm like, shit, I gotta up my game.
Yeah, I'm happy with how it came out because I was a little worried about like, you remember the original one where I was like testing it out, like the textures were just like all super weird and the lighting was bad. Once I like added some of my own lighting, it really kind of
fixes it. I don't know, it's kind of weird, like, Cinema 4D, like, even if you import something that works fine with it, even though it looks fine in Cinema 4D, and then you go to, like, final render with an After Effects, for some reason it's, like, flickering all the time. You're like, what's going on between these two?
But it flickers in Cinema 4D, too, like, if you render it straight out. Yeah, because After Effects is using the Cineware renderer from Cinema 4D.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you have to like fix the problem in Cinema 4D.
Interesting.
Anyways, I'm sure everyone's fucking fascinated by this.
Seth Murphy says, Ian, do you have a top 10 video about your toes? Oh, no.
Oh, that would make a great April Fool's video.
Top 10 video about my toes.
Babe,
Easy.
I've heard you
Ooh.
mentioned like 10 times an April Fool's
I know.
video, and then when April Fool's came around this year,
Well-
there was no talk of creating a video.
Well, this year it was kind of like.
Oh, what's your
not-
excuse?
It really wasn't. Nobody was in the mood
Nobody
for.
really did them this year. Like one or two people did.
Well,
them,
I think
like-
8-Bit Eric did. I thought he was rebranding to be a what was it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, a RoboBlox channel or something like.
Roblox channel
Yeah.
or something.
Historic
like,
toes.
It was actually pretty funny. But he's like one of the few people that did it just because like, that was when the COVID stuff was really like ramping up and like, there was just like you know the George Floyd stuff. And
Yeah.
It was just
I remember like he got a lot of flack for that. Like, oh, it's just not the time. I'm like, I mean, it's still April 1st, and I don't think anybody really was too upset. But I don't know. I have all these great ideas for April 1st, but I'm never motivated enough to actually execute them.
Yeah, so I think between you, me, and Genovi, we've had, I would say, like at least 24 ideas for April Fool's videos that we like talk to each other about the other 11 months out of the year, and then
When April 1st,
we just like can't think of anything.
I'm like, oh shit, April, it's already here. Damn it.
April 2nd, we can start to get our ideas again.
And then they fall off around December.
Yeah. This top 10 video toes, though, I'm
Mini toes.
but the last toe, like the number one toe, won't be one of mine. And then get really upset. It'll be like gaming historians, like Big Toe. Maybe I can get him to like be in the video.
Oh god.
Historic nerd. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, historic nerd. You see what Rex wrote?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Silence, millennial swine. Read a book. Oh, that's great. I guess normally I put the angle a bit higher so you don't have to see my feet. On the
Sure.
Yeah, this is the highest watched stream I've had in a while. I think it has a lot to do with the feet.
Mm-hmm. So I think that this looks better than that other Xbox game.
Oh yeah. Well, I think this was.
It was a launch title,
2001?
right?
Yeah. Well, not a launch title. I think it came out a bit shortly after.
Oh, you're right.
It was right around launch, but not.
Some gaming historian I am.
Oh, I mean, like it's one of those things you have to like sit down and be like, oh, there was a lot of stuff that came out for the Xbox. 'Cause I remember, I think it was like Yakuza. Oh my god, I'm drunk enough. I'm just not remembering stuff.
Seth Murphy wrote, Ian's gonna start an OnlyFans selling foot videos.
It'll just fund the rest of your YouTube videos.
Oh, Ian, I think you cut out.
Oh, did I?
Oh, wait, now you're back.
I don't know. I've been having a weird issue. Like I feel like my router sucks because my bit rate will randomly drop to like 1600 for some reason at random times, and I'm not sure why.
I'm going to make a drink.
Do it.
Or maybe I'll just grab a beer. I'll be back either way. But Laney's still here.
How's it going, Laney?
It's going good.
All right.
I'm on this new I work every weekend shift, so that's real fun.
Okay.
And I go in at 6 a.m. So anyway, ended up yes, please, babe. I ended up just taking a weekend because I have a ton of PTO to kill, and I was kind of hoping that everything would get back to normal and I could go on a vacation somewhere, but it seems less likely that's gonna happen. So I'm just burning some time.
Yeah, it was weird for me because I think about 2 weeks ago I had really bad flu-like symptoms, so I was quarantined at home. Mm-hmm. And so but the funny thing, I still I got knocked on my ass despite the fact I tested negative. I was still stuck at home. So yeah, you can't come in. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I just basically tried to work from home while my 3-year-old daughter just messed with me the entire way.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
I love working from home when the animals start fighting and I'm in the middle of a call.
I discovered that literally with my daughter and wife, I can't get anything done at home. I cannot work at home just because like they're just too big of distractions for me. Like I love my wife and I adore my daughter like to no ends, but I'm just like I cannot get anything done with.
It's like hard to concentrate.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily we're like in separate rooms, because we toyed with being in the same room, and they were like, it's probably a bad plan.
Yeah.
So
it was like I would go to my office and then I would be like on a conference call or something for work, and like I would hear my daughter just screaming downstairs. So I'm like, this just doesn't work.
Yeah, and then there's times where like we're both on calls or hosting calls, and so yeah. But you know, we're fortunate that we can at least like, you know, we've been able to keep working and work from home. So, so you know, it's good. Some things about it can be a little annoying, like logging into like the Works network over VPN sometimes isn't super reliable, or you know, sometimes it's slow, right? So.
Oh, and then one day when Yehel was like bending down to get something underneath his desk, he got barfed on by one of our cats. So there's perks, you know. That's the kind of thing.
Perks. That's
you live for.
That's how low the bar has been set in 2020. Cat throwing up on you while you're bending over. That's a perk, right?
I mean, like, would you take cat puke over going to the office?
I mean, I'll take it over Fred Durst and Vanilla Ice.
What you gonna do now?
How about that? So that's what in the comedy business we call a callback.
Yes. Call back to the earlier in the stream. Work from home for 5 months. Office is open, but everyone else is work from home. Keep checking it once a month to see if that changed. Huh. Yeah, it was just kind of odd for me because I'd never really been in a situation where I was like sitting there just responding to emails and stuff from home while my daughter was pestering me. So it was very hard because my daughter is the type where she sees me working at a computer and she's like, I work too. And then just like literally like rushes at me and tries to push me out of the way to get to the laptop keyboard. I'm like, no, stop. I'm trying to write an email. I'm like, just stop.
Has she accidentally sent anything yet?
No, thankfully she hasn't. The nice thing about like doing stuff for the military like I do, I have give me the gun. I need the weapon. Is there's like levels of authentication where I have to type in like codes every couple of levels in order to do anything. So thankfully she doesn't know any of the codes, so it locks her out.
Yet.
Yeah, yet. Okay, I would like a weapon. She works too. Yeah, she does. Like whenever I try to like do video projects, it's always hard because she'll like try and get in there. I think I've sent you pictures of her like sitting on my laptop with my headphones on.
Yeah. And I was like, well, are you gonna give her credit at the end of the video at least?
With
are you gonna be one of those YouTubers that
well, I would like to
do it all? I
would like to thank my daughter for. If she wasn't around, this video would have been done much faster. So yeah, she doesn't know the launch code 000.
Oh man, the frame rate took a hit there. That was weird.
Oh, I think it might have been the stream. I don't, because the console.
I think it was the game's frame rate.
Oh.
I mean, it was like for like very, very briefly.
It's okay. She'll be old enough soon, Ian, and then you won't have to worry. You can just give her the work to do.
Oh yeah. Eventually it'll be great. Then the second one will be on the way, and then I'll double my efforts.
Oh man, this is like so nostalgic. This makes me want to play Halo.
So I'm gonna go and play some Halo. I need to refill my drink here though.
I used to like play Halo 2 all fucking night online multiplayer.
Yeah, I played a ton of Halo 2.
I never got good at it, despite dumping what was essentially a part-time job's worth of time into it every week. But I did get okay at it. So
it's okay. Same with like Modern Warfare. Like I put in so many hours, and I'm still just average.
No.
Maybe below average. Like, let's be real.
All what's to say, my Call of Duty skills won me a computer. So that was cool.
Oh,
It-
you're one of those fuckers that are like beating me every time. Okay, great.
I genuinely like. I was sitting there looking. I'm like, yeah, it'd be fun to play Call of Duty again. I'm like looking up which version. I'm like, what fucking one of these is the most recent Call of Duty? Like, I don't even know which one's like the
Yeah,
newest.
dude, it is confusing as fuck because like, I mean, I'm sure if you follow Call of Duty, right, it's easy, right? But if you're like just like you said, like just looking, oh, let me get in the most recent one, because then you'll see like they're not named sequentially. Then they'll like remaster old ones, but they don't always put remaster in the title.
Yeah.
And then sometimes there'll be a new name, a new game, completely new game, but it has the name of one of the old games. And like, what are they doing?
I'm like, what? Which Call of Duty am I supposed to be playing here? I don't even know anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know why Colin keeps then Russell Gaming and share stories of his older lover brother named Fred. Older loved brother, excuse me, named
Oh
Fred.
no, lover brother.
Oh, lover brother. And why he never beat him with a sock full of batteries. Colin, I'm going to start spoiling Star Trek for you.
Well, I mean, like clearly there's a whole plot line involving a sock full of batteries.
I don't know what season of the original series you're on, but just wait till you get to the Call of Duty episode.
Oh man. Oh, good times.
Colin, bring it on. Star Trek's supposed to like mellow you out, man. But actually, Colin, what season are you on? Oh, episode 4 of like season 1.
Oh, well, you got a ways to go there.
I mean, he just wrote episode 4, so maybe it's season 1 or 2 are pretty good of It took me a long time to watch to like actually like really sit down and watch TOS, because every time I would try, it just looked so dated, and you know, even though it was like very progressive for the time, it's not that progressive now looking back in some episodes. So it can be like a bit of a rough watch at times, but like once I finally got past the way of the look of the show and realized it's a product of its time, it's really good. There's some good stuff. I'm still not done technically. I'm like at the very end of season 3. I've been like watching it slowly, so I have like a little bit of new Trek left in my life. So Jonathan, I mean, I watched the remastered version, so it looks pretty good.
Which one do you
I
want?
just feel like the sets are dated, and like the style of shooting.
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best.
But damn, that DS9 episode where they did the Triple with Tribble, Tribbles and Tribulations. That was great.
That was good stuff.
That was pretty good. They have tribbles for sale on Etsy if you want one or many.
I still have a Tribble sitting around from when the DVD box set came out for that episode from DS9, and it came with a Tribble included that would purr.
Oh.
Yeah. Four by 3 content should be enjoyed on a CRT.
I'm hoping that Lainey will at some point give Voyager a shot, because I don't know, Ian, maybe I'm thinking of this wrong. I wonder what your opinion is on it, but to me Voyager is like the most TNG like of the other series. Not to say it's as good per se, but it's the most similar, I feel like. Like, you know, they're like find new races.
Well, I guess in terms of like the virtues or whatever.
They have a lot of moral lessons.
A lot
it's just
of, a lot of. I'd say it kind of takes from that more so, because it didn't have. Well, I guess DS9 and Voyager both had that kind of. The story progressed in a certain way that was independent from standard serialized content, so it had that episodic underlying plot line, but it still had that. More so, each episode could stand on its own most of the time with Voyager.
Right.
But I always thought Voyager was definitely more fun, despite the peril of their situation, than DS9, which was more
Voyager's
deeper
way lighter
and
in tone.
more broody. But yeah.
Yeah, Voyager's a million times lighter in tone.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm really trying to convince Yahel to like do a rewatch of BSG, because I've only seen it the one time, and like we were watching it like long distance, and it was just like different than.
But we watched like the last like 2 seasons, I think, together. Maybe even the last 3. I think it was only the first season that we watched long distance.
Yeah, my wife is a huge fan
I don't
of
know.
BSG.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to do a rewatch. Like I've only seen it that one time. That was like either way. It
No,
was
we
more
just-
than
we
a
just
year
watched
ago.
Maybe after Attack on Titan, which will be quick, because there's not that much of it.
I mean, maybe I'll just start it on my own. It's fine.
Even though
Maybe
we
I'll just-
agreed
maybe I'll just watch it
yesterday-
without
we
you.
agreed yesterday that we would watch BSG tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. See, so
I mean, if you want to watch
Yeah.
it on your own, that's fine.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out here, really quick, you'll see here in a second, the stream, was so you have alien races and then you have like humans. But for whatever reason, it's always like these ships, for some reason, can dock effectively with human ports. I always thought that was kind of odd.
Well, it's just like in Star Trek when like alien races can always they just meet an alien race for the first time, but they can still like know what frequency or whatever to like do a hail or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and the ships always fit on the dock, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what size the ship is, they're
Well,
all
I
made
think
the same.
I want to say TNG kind of explained that by having holographic pieces. So like there was equipment that could generate holographic adapters and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't remember them
I
talking
don't remember
about
that.
Well, that's beta canon. My bad in the books.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
That's okay, but yeah,
Sorry.
that's
Sir?
good to know.
So I've been drinking. My bad. I'm like, oh yeah, they never explained that in the show. My bad. But it's a great idea in terms of explaining like how holographic technology can be adapted to other facets of Star Trek.
Right.
And the ships always meet on the same plane. They're always upright.
That's actually the thing that makes the least sense in Star Trek. Actually, but that's like in any space show, like because like ships when they run into each other, like some of them should be like upside down to the
Like,
other one.
Right.
Do
Like,
you think about? Don't question aliens. Can you imagine how annoying that would be if you were watching a sci-fi show and just the
That'd be
ships
fucking
were like, yeah, he mind like rotating 90 degrees? You're really bugging me right now. It's-
what did you rotate 90 degrees? Come on, man, we were here first.
Get on
You're
my
on the
level,
good with
bro.
us.
Let's just both rotate 20.
Okay, you go 45. I'll go the other 45. Okay, come on. Can we meet on the same plane here? Oh jeez. I'm gonna refill my drink. I'll be right back.
No problem. It would be really weird though, like to watch that as a viewer, like just. So I get it. Like it would just be
Maybe-
odd.
Well, maybe they should do that in this stupid Lower Deck show. It's supposed to be like humorous.
Well, apparently they haven't let the writers know that it's supposed to be a comedy because the second
That
episode
girl
is out,
annoying, man. She was
Yeah.
so annoying.
and maybe she's supposed to be annoying, but
I'm sure she is. Like,
there's a difference between writing a character that the other characters on the show are supposed to find annoying, and writing a character so annoying that you annoy the audience.
it's a
And
fine line.
they've unfortunately made it so that she's just annoying for the audience. That's not what you want. You want to take joy in the other characters being annoyed by her, but you can't because you yourself are legitimately
Right,
annoyed.
yeah,
You can't wait for her scene to end. Anyways, that's my review of Lower Decks. Annoying. I have not played the Kerbal Space Program. Jonathan, I hear it's good. But I never played it.
Oh, Kerbal Space Program?
Yeah, you ever play that?
Oh god, I love that game. Just
Ravager
bring the whole
48.
bottle in.
Yeah, just bring the whole bottle.
Right.
No, I have it chilling in the fridge. I like cold rum.
Yeah, I wanted to join the stream and we had like 4 beers and I was like, it'll be fine, I'll just drink like hard liquor. I was like, no, I'm gonna just go to the store. Like, that's not enough.
Well, it was because it wasn't enough for you. There were like 4 beers, and these are like pretty strong beers. And I'm like, what? Are you gonna drink more than 4 beers? And mind you, she had had a really hard time waking up from her nap, still really tired. I'm like, are you gonna drink more than 4 beers? Because usually, like, you'll drink like 2, or you'll be pretty drunk. I mean, they get me pretty buzzed, these beers. So, anyways, basically, Lainey is an
I'm
alcoholic.
gonna get real drunk
and,
tonight, I said. It's gonna happen.
Gonna get wasted.
Yeah.
Believe my wife and I have always called that white girl trashed.
Yeah. that? I mean, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it.
I mean, some people would call it a problem that needs to be addressed.
I can't remember. I was talking to a major the other day, and he was discussing about something like drinking. He's like, "Yeah, I should do that." I'm like, "You're not a quitter, sir." And he's like, "Yeah, you're right." And he just walked down the way.
Colin, that's because everybody looks tiny next to a CDI, even 6'4" Ian.
Yeah, I mean, he's very tiny.
That's how he impressed me. I saw him carrying a CDI, and I was like, man, if he's strong enough to do that,
You're like, damn.
yeah, I know he can take care of me.
You're like, God damn, that's a man right there.
Yeah.
You're like, God, why are Dutchmen so downplayed in the media? Jeez.
Also, Vanessa is the God, I keep fucking it up. Vanessa, Jesus. I guess I'm the other one here that doesn't drink. Last drink I had was 21 years ago. I took like a couple years ago. I took about a year. Actually, maybe it was like 3 years ago now. I took like a year or so off from drinking, just because I was getting old and it would I would just like get a hangover very easily. But I will say that year I was definitely had more energy every day.
I remember, what was it like? I think it was last year. I took like 3 months off from drinking. And, God, that was like the easiest PT test I ever did. I'm like, wow, that was way easier. I'm like, God, maybe alcohol is bad for you. Nah.
Nah.
No, but the moral of the story here, drink responsibly.
Yeah, of course,
Right,
of course.
right.
Okay, no caffeine in 12. Get out of here.
My God, how do you? I can't even.
Man, I am a coffee. I have like 3 cups of coffee a day on average.
I don't. I get like too hyped up from coffee. Like I used to be able to drink a lot, and then now I'm like, I can't do it. I'll have like a half a cup, and then I'm already wired.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit jealous that she hasn't drank caffeine in 12 years, just because like if I don't have it in the morning, like I don't get like headaches or anything like that, but I definitely like drag ass if I don't have it.
So what's
But
funny
weirdly enough, I can drink coffee before bed and still go to sleep.
God, so the only time I don't have caffeine is like when I'm on extended field crap for the army, and I'm like in the field for like a month, and then
Don't you guys have caffeine?
Well, no, you run out of it. It's like it's not like like you're rolling through the desert and you show up at a convenience store where you can
I just
Purchase
assumed you guys
more
would. I assumed you
coffee.
guys would
Yeah.
pack it. You know how long.
No,
you're gonna be-
you pack a lot, but I mean like you're running 24-hour ops in the desert, like, and it only goes for like so long until you just devour your
What
supply.
do you guys do? Are you guys like sniffing this coffee? What's going on?
grinding it
Is-
up, eating it, yeah.
Snorting it.
So I mean, like, all the funny thing is, I end up like trying to ration out my caffeine. I'm like, no, I need it so bad. But
Maybe you guys are suckling on the caffeine like a dentist.
just to bait out a tooth. Yeah.
Somebody just showed up to the stream. They're like, "What?"
But no, it's you just eventually run out of it.
Colin said that he needs to drink liters of coffee before feeling it. He can down energy drinks like water to the point it turns my piss green. I'm assuming you mean like neon green. But, he also said, I go through phases of not drinking and drinking enough to kill a 14-year-old. John Rogers asked for you, did you feel like you had superpowers after that PT test?
No, I'm just like, oh, I'm not nearly as wiped out. But man, like, I got the last PT test I did, though. I made the mistake of having taco time and having, like, bad food poisoning. Because normally, I can do, like, 70 sit-ups during the PT test. I only managed to do 55 because my guts were just killing me. And then during the 2-mile run, I just hurled. Just like,
At least that's the end it came out of.
Yeah, so that I was glad that was where it came out of. But,
Yeah, could have been worse.
yeah, it could have been. So not the
been
worst
wanting
test I
to-
ever did, but yeah.
We've been wanting to try Taco Time, but then the other day we were gonna get Taco Bell, and we were like, yeah, let's check out Taco Time, let's do it. And like then we looked at the menu and we're like, nah.
Yeah, like
no,
I
this
assumed
isn't as good.
I assumed it was just gonna like basically be a carbon copy of Taco Bell's menu.
No,
I
it's
just
more
wanted
like
to see-
it's like I don't know how I think like Taco Time is like the gas station equivalent of Taco Bell. It's like everything they have is thrown in a deep fryer for the most part.
See,
It's
but
like-
like people at my job like have told me that like it's better than Taco Bell. considerably.
No,
better.
I mean, like, I feel like Taco Time sits way heavier because it's
They
like a
called
lot
it
of it's
the
just deep fried.
They say
It's a
at my
healthier
job
version
that Taco
of
Time
Taco Bell.
is the CDI of taco.
They're lying to
Gosh.
you, sir.
Large, powerful, virile.
Well, I mean, if you want the CDI of Taco Bell, go to Taco Del Mar because Taco Del Mar's menu is literally carbon copied from Taco Bell's 1995 menu.
Dude, you remember a few years ago when Burger King just started copying McDonald's menus?
Oh, that
and
was
were,
funny,
like,
yeah.
blatant about it in their commercials. They're like, "Yeah, we broke into McDonald's and we stole the recipe for a Big Mac. Here, this is our version."
I don't know if you guys have ever checked out Taco Cabana, but that's like where it's at, like drive-through tacos.
At the Taco Cabana.
So
Never heard of
good,
it.
like the best pork tacos
okay.
ever. Like
So see,
homemade tortillas.
John, fellow Washington person, Taco Time is like a slightly higher level of fast food Mexican. Maybe they just don't know how to do Taco Time properly in Idaho.
No, I don't know. I feel like Taco Time everywhere, even in California when I was growing up, was still not. I mean, it's just a less healthy version of Taco Bell with like more deep fry.
Banasera also says Taco Time is good. Lots of organic foods there.
Oh, not in Idaho.
It seems like it's a good consensus on
Yeah,
Taco
right.
Maybe,
Is this
maybe the
being
maybe the
sponsored by Taco
franchise
Bell,
maybe the
Ian?
franchises in Seattle apparently have some type of progressive edge on the ones here in Idaho, which are stuck in the 90s apparently. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? So apparently I have a.
Although I feel like fast food, Mexican fast food from anywhere and a PT test is probably just it's a potential
It's a pattern for failure is what it would be.
too many combustible elements in the gut.
Okay, what am I doing here? Okay.
Screw the net is here. Says hello all.
Hey, how's it going?
Banasera has also not had McDonald's since 1998.
What do you do with your life, Vanessa?
Yo, the
What-
McDonald's
what do you spend your
coffee
time?
is pretty good. Like the regular coffee.
Their iced coffees are pretty freaking good. I like them too.
I think all they do is put ice in their regular coffee.
No, I mean, no, they use their regular coffee, but they double brew it, so it's like twice as strong as the regular coffee. And then on top of that, they have all these like delicious flavorings. I don't know.
I didn't realize that the
I like
Mac
it.
baristas were so skilled.
Well, they're.
Ian, are you
I
lost?
don't think that's.
I'm drinking just enough. I'm not really paying attention to the game, but I'm sitting here wondering.
This reminds me of when you were
Yeah,
playing
oh god, not to that level of drunk. Holy crap, that was.
No, we were just wandering around, like making fun of everything in the city.
Yeah, oh god, that was a great
6
stream.
hours.
God,
Jesus.
good time.
Oh man, probably took a week off my life that night.
Yeah, probably. So, okay, so you follow it around here, but then it takes you into this little maintenance corridor. Door opens. You go in here. Oh, I have to use my flashlight, apparently. Okay, that was the moral of this story.
Yeah, because this whole first section is like a tutorial, basically.
So I have the flashlight on. I'm in here. Okay. And is that it? Oh, I missed the turn because I'm a dumbass. There we go. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, we'll have McDonald's every once in a while. I like their breakfast, I will say.
Oh, yeah. Freaking sausage egg McMuffin is just delightful.
I always get the big breakfast platter, which I realize is literally like basically one of their sandwiches spread out. But but for whatever reason, that's what tickles my fancy.
Yeah, I usually get the sausage biscuit with egg. So good.
Man, I was stuck in Missouri for 6 months. The hotel breakfast buffet, they had like a little muffin thing where you could like put your muffin through a toaster. Then they had sausage patties and then little egg things. I'm like, sausage egg McMuffins.
Oh, is this when
Made
you
your own sausage egg McMuffin.
Is this when you like brought your Genesis Mini or the At Games Genesis?
Oh yeah. I took that down to the bar.
Yeah, I remember.
God, that was fun.
Yeah, he was basically going to the hotel bar like every night with like his Genesis, getting it hooked up. And weren't like people like, oh, I want to play.
No, it was like I would hook it up and then I put on Mortal Kombat and I hear somebody across the bar go, "I got next!" Like just yell across the bar.
Screw the nuts. That sounds sexy. Oh, I think he's in response to Colin saying, "Otherwise, I'm eating meat." But what is going on here? Let me go back up a little. Okay, so Colin said Burger King here in Australia now has a Big Mac clone called the Big Jack because they're called Hungry Jacks.
Well, yeah, because apparently they didn't get the. Okay, oh, break the door down. Okay.
They just said, like Burger King, I just like the Whopper. Otherwise, I'm eating meat pies. To which Screw the Net says, sounds sexy.
Meat pies. That's.
Mrs.
I've never had
Creedy's
one of those
yummy
guys.
There was an
meat
episode
pies.
of we listened to an episode of
No,
Dollop
yeah,
about
yeah,
meat
yeah.
pies.
Yeah.
It was actually
I
pretty
remember.
interesting. Meat pies were a real thing. I mean, I'm sure somebody's
They
still
were a
making
very
them.
popular thing, and obviously they're still popular
It's a great
on
way
other
to-
sides of the world.
It's a great way to keep your meat
I
fresh.
just think of Sweeney Todd whenever I think of meat pies.
Never seen.
I mean, I do
Sweeney-
like a
Sweeney
good
Todd?
chicken pot pie, though.
One where the barber would slit the throat of the person and then lower him down into the butcher shop below.
Oh, that's what the movie's about?
Yeah, Sweeney Todd. Yeah.
Or I guess it's a musical, right?
Mhm.
First.
Yeah, it's a musical, and it has
You have to say
God,
so
what's his name?
condescendingly.
What's his name?
Well, I know Johnny
Well,
Depp.
yeah,
is in it.
yeah.
Johnny Depp.
No, but I mean, I thought it was like a Broadway musical.
Yeah, it's a much larger musical, but the film adaptation starred Johnny Depp. and all
I thought
that.
it was just like a weird Johnny Depp movie about him cutting hair, literally. I did not get the murderous. We're gonna turn people into sausage part
It's
from the trailer.
They said it was an hour-and-a-half long adventure of just watching people get shaved. I thought it was
So I'll have to
innovative
make one
theater.
for YouTube for you, Leo. All right, meat pie, okay.
No, a chicken pot pie, babe.
Oh, a chicken pie.
Chicken pot,
Yeah,
chicken
they're
pot.
so good. I also make like a really good one in like the cast iron, but I don't put like a bottom in there. You know, I just like fill up the cast iron and then like cover the top with the puff pastry or whatever. So delicious.
Oh.
I made chicken pot pies the one day I worked at KFC when I was 16.
Oh, good job. Did you do a good job? Michael?
One day, apparently.
Actually, just so you know, we put in chicken that wasn't eaten into them. We don't just microwave them.
Yeah, I would assume it's chicken that's not eaten. Isn't that all the chicken?
No,
that
I mean
they
like
sell there?
chicken that was cooked but like not sold.
Oh, okay. Old chicken.
I mean, not old chicken.
I mean, that's what they do with
I mean, look-
like the chili at Wendy's.
Oh yeah.
They just do, like,
I'm not trying to,
old
like-
hamburger
Obviously, I'm not here to defend KFC. I quit after a day, but it wasn't old chicken.
God, the funny thing is, like, my wife went to KFC today for lunch. Apparently, I'm like, God, when we made a gold, Jesus, we go to KFC. I remember, like, back in like the '90s, you could buy a whole chicken and like feed a family, or a whole bucket and feed a family. Like, I went there recently. I was like, $49 for a bucket of chicken. Holy shit!
Really? Jesus.
Holy crap!
I didn't
Like, you
realize-
might as well go to a nice restaurant.
And I'm
for a
like,
fucking
shit, like,
$50.
my God! I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. I'm like, my God! Like, how can anyone afford to eat here?
I did not realize it had gotten so bougie in price.
Yeah, dude, freaking KFC.
And the chicken's like not that great either. Like,
I don't know. I like it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't eat it all the time. I mean, I haven't had it in years.
Popeyes is way better.
Yeah, Popeyes out here doesn't really have the highest hygiene standards.
That's stinky. Probably also literally stinky.
Colin says KFC has always been expensive here.
Wedges from KFC. Oh, I forgot about those guys.
You call them JoJo's over there, or no?
Wait, what?
No, the funny thing is, like, it's potato wedges, but some people call them JoJo's for some reason. I'm like, what? Why JoJo's? I don't get that.
I like how Master Chief, the way he throws that guy in there, like he could have broken his neck, given him a rotator cuff.
Well, here's the funny thing. You think about all these people on this ship, and they die. Like, they don't survive the landing. Like, all of them die. So they literally would have been better off just staying on the ship.
Doesn't the ship blow up too?
No, the ship crash lands, actually.
Well, I mean, is that that's not that much. I guess that is better than it blowing up in space. You have a better chance, but
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where like all these people die, and I'm like, ooh, poor
Dude,
Space Marines.
I freaking love the opening level and sequences of Halo 2.
Oh yeah. Where you're
Like when
fighting,
he grabs onto like the
the bomb and goes through the
bomb and he flies through space with it. Like, maybe like now it'd be like not that impressive. Back then it was like, holy shit.
Well, I remember like one of the coolest things about Halo 2 was like all the hype involving E3 and all that. But they did like the whole pre-render thing where the sequence was all pre-done, but it looked amazing,
Right.
and I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be on the Xbox. Because it had like destructible
But I mean, it
walls
looked
and stuff.
way better than Halo 2, though. I mean, Halo 1.
Oh
was
yeah. I mean, there was a dramatic improvement on Halo 2. Like a lot of the stuff they did, like they were pushing the Xbox to its limit. It was great. Remember
watched a
zooming
video
into
the
the
other day about-
grass and loving the texture?
Yeah, I remember I watched a video not too long ago about some of the techniques they pioneered to improve the textures, and almost like a kind of here's some more shit no one's gonna care about. Like, you know how like when you're working in 3D, like in Cinema 4D or really any software like that, and you can like do bump mapping to give like depth to a texture without having to like create like additional polygons or whatever. So I guess it was something similar like that, but like on steroids is like what they did to like make like his uniform, his outfit or whatever look so much better, and like lots of other stuff too. Obviously, like the vehicles all look better.
Yeah, pretty much everything, like the lighting and just about every aspect of Halo 2 just looked amazing.
Yeah.
See, fun fact, at Funko Land I worked at, we used to have Halo 2 trailer on repeat television for like a year. Oh no.
Oh my god, it was an awesome trailer, but I don't want to see it
82 times.
Yeah. Now you said elevated. Is that like similar to an elevator that Colin was?
Oh god. Well, see, like, look at this. Like, this whole ship when it crash landed, like, all these poor Marines are dead. Like, every single one of them didn't survive the crash. You're like,
Oh, they should have been inside a suit.
Yeah,
Inside
you
a-
guys, you too should have been abducted at early childhood and turned into a Spartan.
Yeah.
God, there's a fantastic guy on Polygon that does a whole, like, in-depth video review series where he reads all the Halo books. He's like, I am the Master Chief of Halo books, and he just goes off on all the lore for Halo.
Have you ever watched Halo Forward Unto Dawn? It's been on like Netflix and shit.
Is that the
forever,
one
but
where it's like the live action series?
Yeah, I heard it's good, but I've just never watched it.
So I've watched there's that Halo Legends, which is like the mini vignette animation films. I've seen that one, and then I never watched it. I never bothered watching the other ones. 'Cause I figured like the Halo movies didn't really apply to the universe. It was a VCR that was an auto rewind. Oh no! I remember working at a movie gallery in Hollywood Video back in the day. We just had these like crappy DVDs that would come in from corporate that we'd have for the month. And it was always just like really bad trailers for the straight to DVD movies. You're like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites though ever was when Pirates came out. Remember that one?
Pirates, like the porn.
Yeah, Pirates,
movie?
yeah, the most expensive porno ever made. So there was a.
I've heard.
Yes,
those.
I've heard about that movie. But so like I was working at a video store when that came out because basically what happened was they did a recut where they cut it back down to be an R-rated film.
Right,
Did
with
you
no
work
porn.
at Blockbuster, Ian?
No. My wife did, ironically, and I just fell off a cliff. My wife fell. Oh my god, I can't talk
your
anymore.
wife fell off a
My wife.
Where's your wife, Ian?
My wife worked at Blockbuster. I worked at Hollywood Video Movie Gallery.
And that's why you pushed her off a cliff.
That's
because
why,
she was
yeah, I'm like she was competition. I had to get her out of the way. But oh God, where was I going? Oh, sorry. So basically, the movie Pirates came out, and it was really funny when like people would rent it, and then they would come back to the store incredibly pissed off about the movie they just rented.
I think you should explain because I bet a lot of people don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, so okay, so Pirates was a pornographic film that was made using sets from Pirates of the Caribbean. And I think it had a budget of like $10 million or something like that. So like the most expensive porno ever made at that point in
they
time.
had like CGI.
CGI ghost fights and all kinds of random
Right.
crap in it. And
So-
yep.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm like, Ian, tell them about it, and I'll interrupt you.
I'm so excited to talk about this movie. Oh, easy. How you doing, man? I worked at Netflix for 10 years, and we killed you all. Yeah, Netflix murdered
Right
video
after you
stores.
push your wife off a cliff, Easy came behind.
Well, no,
and
I
was
feel like the funny thing is it wasn't like video stores would have gone away. What killed video stores was they made the dumb decision of buying each other and their massive debt. So like Hollywood Video was doing great, but then they decided to buy Movie Gallery, and it's like $5 billion worth of debt. And they're like, oh, don't worry, their debt will become ours, and we'll figure it out. And it's like, no, you literally bought a boat anchor, and you're drowning.
But that's how like these corporations, like some of them work. Like then because like their end game is to sell themselves then later on to somebody else.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where like Hollywood Video did it, and they're like, oh, don't worry, we'll be fine. We'll buy this, and we'll work off their debt. I'm like, no, why would you do that? It's a terrible idea. Because I remember, I was working a movie. So back to Pirates. One of my favorite things though was someone renting that movie and then coming back and just like fucking shooing me out over the counter. And I flipped over the DVD case and I'm like, let me
watching a scene from Pirates.
Well, no, so I like they were chewing me out about this movie. They're like, how?
What kind of chewing out are we talking about?
So,
Again, did they learn that from a scene on Pirates?
so it was more like, they were genuinely angry that they rented this movie. I'm like, first of all, it's an R-rated movie, and then I was sitting there and I read the back to them. I'm like, okay, so blah blah blah, pirate hunter on a quest for booty and booty on the high seas, and I'm like, what do you think the story is going to be when it has booty and booty in the same sentence together? I mean, clearly, and I'm like, and so I remember like this guy just like, oh, and then just walked away.
Dummy thick neutron star.
But I just remember the guy being so pissed about the movie, and I'm like, oh my god, come on, man.
So obviously the movie was like playing off the success of Pirates.
Oh yeah, completely playing off that, yeah.
But yeah, so I learned about the movie like on some kind of like either Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood, something like that, like one of those like
You
shows
don't have to make excuses
my
for yourself.
mom watched or something. And I was like, this is so weird. And like they had like interviews with like the porn actors who had to do like a lot of actual acting in it, and they were just like, oh, we're just here trying to make the best film we can, and it's we have these very elaborate sets, and hang on, I gotta go take my clothes off now.
I do remember when Netflix first came out though, and then you would just get like the DVDs sent to you, and then have to like return them and stuff. And I was like real into it. I was like, oh, it's cutting edge. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I can do this and not have to leave the house. And now I like look.
Did you like?
I'm like, oh my god!
It sounds like you just learned about the mail.
Hey, that was like it's like no one had done that before.
No, yeah. No, it was definitely like a revolutionary business model.
Yeah, so 316 says double booty, which means twice the treasure.
Right.
Excuse me. But God, it was so funny because like I remember people would get really upset about random things, like when Memoirs of a Geisha came out, and they're like, "Oh my god, I just can't believe what was going on in this movie." I'm like, do you not know what a geisha is? And it was just like that was my experience with the whole like video store experience. It was really funny.
Such a sad book.
I own it and I haven't read it.
The book's really good. I have it too. I've read it. I read it when I was younger, but I reread it recently.
Oh.
Held up.
I have to sit down. There's a couple books I need to read. I guess I haven't had time. But I just remember like working at video stores is really funny to me. But the funny thing to me when I worked in the video stores, people were like, "Oh, I'll just go to Netflix." I'm like, "Yeah, right. Have fun waiting for your movie." was my response, and I'm like, "Oh no."
I think they might have gotten you in the
I
end.
I think Netflix won out on that one. But yeah. But I have to say, like now though, I really do miss going to video stores.
Yeah.
It was so cool. And then you could buy like the popcorn that already has like the pre-sized tub. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
like
Oh,
all the
yeah, yeah.
candy was there, like everything. You just like it was like a real movie experience.
One thing I really liked about going to like Blockbuster was eventually they added like magazines near the front of the checkout, and in the Blockbusters, at least in my town, there was always like gaming magazines
Oh, yeah.
there, so it was a chance to like get my parents to buy me an EGM or whatever,
God, I
which I
remember.
made them do anytime we went to the grocery store anyway.
God, I remember going to Safeway and they had that big old magazine rack at the front of the store, and I'd always just beg my mother for a copy of PC Gamer.
Yeah, dude, I used to love Windows magazines and like PC magazines like that. Like not even like gaming ones, just like there were like back in the 90s there were tons of just like
Oh.
magazines about like Windows
Well,
programs.
Well, freaking got Computer Gaming World. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was a great one.
Before they became games for
PC
Windows.
World, I think, was another one.
Yeah, God.
Oh man, it was just like and it was so weird because like a lot of the articles would be about like, oh, here's this new business utility to just something like you're 12, you don't fucking you're not gonna use this, but like for whatever reason it was just like very I don't know, captivating for me. And they'd come with like the trial software discs.
Yeah, one thing I will say, like, the thing I absolutely loved and adored about PC Gamer back in the day was, like, just the amount of effort they put into their demo discs. Because, like, every
Yeah.
PC... There was a period there where every PC Gamer disc was, like, an FMV experience.
Mm-hmm.
It was just freaking amazing.
I'm gonna just go back through a little bit of the chat here. Screw
Oh,
the
yeah,
next sec.
yeah. Sorry.
What an idiot! Read the labels. For fuck's sake, it's all in caps. Hence my Pirates was in the adult porn section of our stores.
Pirates was in it was in the R-rated section in Hollywood Video.
Kevin Ball, a paragon of virtue, wrote, "What's all this about pornographic films? I thought this was a fine Christian stream and sub." Kevin, you should really post like a link to your Instagram so like people can see all your like.
Oh yeah. Kevin Ball has a fantastic
he does
series
awesome.
of animated
like
videos.
drills.
They're just great.
But Kevin's got like something like 40,000 followers on Instagram. Last I saw, he's a big deal. He's a influencer.
Kevin deserves far more.
No, he really his stuff is fucking hilarious. In fact, I would be surprised if everybody here. I would not be surprised if everybody here has actually seen his work at some point because it gets like to the top of Reddit all the time.
Oh yeah, top of Reddit. It gets spammed all over Facebook, and like the crappy thing is so many people like
don't credit.
Yeah, they don't credit him, and they try to like steal it. It's just bullshit. And the cool thing is like I'll show it to my wife, and I'm like, I know the guy who made this.
And she's like, Ian, you pushed me off a cliff. What are we gonna talk
I'm like,
about?
maybe you shouldn't have worked at Blockbuster, okay? You had it coming.
Colin wrote one of the wait, what? Am I reading this right? One of the box sexy extras is that they have the film with none of the porn.
No, yeah, that was the already version of it. That was the one where I got
scenes, right? I would assume.
Well, it had like the the softcore love scenes and all that, and that was one of the ones where I like had a guy like verbally attacking me across the counter one time, and then I read the back of the box to him, and I'm like, at what point did you think this would be a family-friendly adventure? Because it was really funny because like the Hollywood Video at that point in time had it was a policy that as an employee you weren't allowed to say anything bad about a movie. Because I got in trouble like basically saying whatever movie sucked to the customer, and they're like, oh, okay. But
you're like, oh, don't watch that.
But at that
it sucks. I mean, there's a lot of sucking about this movie in the movie, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. But at that point it was funny because they had implemented that policy, so I couldn't say anything bad, so people were renting it, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
So Kevin actually had a pretty good question. What movie did people say thanks for recommending the most?
I'm trying to remember now. There was a movie that came out forever ago called The Great Raid that I recommended because it was based on a book called The Ghost Soldiers. people liked, and then there was another one. This was like over a decade ago, so I'm trying to remember the specifics here. See, do you know who doesn't push people off cliffs? Netflix. Oh, that's funny. Oh man, I'm trying to.
I'm going to grab another alcoholic beverage.
When you get back, I'm gonna do the same thing.
All right.
That's a wall there. That's a thing there.
Switch to liquor. Are you good? You want me to throw this
So Vanessa says that the last Blockbuster is currently located in Bend, Oregon.
Oh yeah.
Not too far from here.
Yeah, my wife and I actually went there in February when we went to a buddy's wedding in Portland. We swung wide and went out to Bend, Oregon, and bought a bunch of movies and little refrigerator magnets. But the cool thing about that store, apparently it's on Airbnb now, and you can you can reserve the part of it to watch movies, and just watch.
Yeah, that's exactly what she just mentioned too.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, totally. No, that's awesome though. You haven't like tried to rent it out though?
I have not personally, but I know the funny thing because my wife used to work at Blockbuster and all that. We went out there and took my daughter to it and all that because it's like one of the last video stores on the planet at this point, at least in North America.
Totally.
But I know there's a couple of like local little places where you can like go there and actually like rent a VHS player and stuff so you can watch movies.
You know what I miss is like the drive-in movies. Those were cool.
They have a couple of those here in Idaho actually.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks here in Idaho though is like it doesn't get dark till like 9 or 10 at night.
So you're watching it in like midday, like in dusk.
So yeah, you're basically you have to like go there at like 10 p.m. and like wait, so you don't get home till like 1 in the morning. But I guess pretty funny. I was I drug my I forgot I had left my Laserdisc player in the garage, and so I'm like, oh, it's getting exposed to all this like heat and stuff, and I want to bring the movies inside so they're not getting like damaged. And so I have a giant pile of Laserdiscs, and I was like showing my wife some of the movies, and she's like, "Oh shit, we need to watch those."
Right? You like go back, and then you see all this like old stuff, and you're like,
"Oh, because I got Lady Hawk, I got Terminator 2 on Laserdisc, I got Aliens with all the like special edition crap that Laserdisc one had. Then I got. The funny thing is, like the first time I ever saw a movie on Laserdisc, it was when I watched Stargate years and years ago. And for whatever reason, like watching Stargate on Laserdisc, I feel like is the definitive experience, just because the audio balance on the Laserdisc is so good for just 2 speakers, so you don't have to have a 5.1 surround system to like fully appreciate it. And so every couple of years, I'll sit down and watch Stargate on Laserdisc, where you have to sit there and you get to the 45-minute mark, you have to flip the disc over. It's just great.
Right. Your entire living room is pitch black while you're watching it.
Oh yeah, it's pitch black while I'm watching it, and then you have to sit there and flip it over at the 45-minute mark, and God, my favorite thing ever though is my niece is about 11 years old, and she was hanging out here with my brother, and I busted out the Laserdisc player and pulled out the movie, and she's like, "Why is it so big?" she was like, "Why?
Is this a record?"
Like, what the fuck is it, a record? What is going on here? Like, she was so confused. And I'm like, no, because they couldn't miniaturize it. It's solid analog. And she's like, why? Why is the movie so big?
316 What Ups says, you know who doesn't push people off cliffs? Netflix.
I believe Ian read that.
Oh, Ian did? Oh, sorry.
Even before I.
Well,
Let's see.
I'm
just letting you know.
See, Easy said
Well,
that's what sold
now
me
he
on
gets credit
Laserdisc when
twice,
they
okay?
go
You
through
have a problem
Stargate
with
for the
that?
first time. Oh yeah. Yeah, freaking like, God. Freaking Stargate on Laserdisc is just badass. I love that movie. But like I swear to God, like the definitive way to watch Stargate's on Laserdisc. I don't know, it's just like the audio balance on that version is just the best.
Did you ever get into the Stargate shows?
Oh yeah, dude, I watched the hell. I hated Atlantis, but I loved I freaking loved SG-1, and then I loved Stargate Universe. But
SGU.
Yes, yeah, but I was not a fan of Not a fan of Atlantis. I thought that one was just too campy and meh.
I watched a little bit of SGU. I remember feeling like it was trying to be a little Battlestar Galactica-ish in style and presentation, but
yeah, that's kind of what I got. Like Stargate Universe, that's kind of what I got. It was like I felt like Stargate Universe was like Voyager and Battlestar Galactica, but it was like I felt it was like more like Voyager if they were actually resource conscientious. Is how
didn't have an infinite supply of photons.
Yeah, didn't the things they had mentioned in the first episode about having a limited supply of, and then never
spoilers for Colin.
The disc is also the size of a Stargate.
It's pretty good.
Oh god, I should probably need to refill my drink here.
You need to refill your health, actually.
Oh yeah, I'll die here in a second. I'm gonna refill my drink. I'll be right back. One sec.
Let me go through a little bit of the chat here. Robert James said, my first time seeing a Laserdisc was in school. Art teacher had one. Yeah, the first time I saw a Laserdisc was in a school also. I think Ian is so drunk he forgot to pause the game. So he's just going to die endlessly over and over now. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit here. Nick says, man, you guys are on a much different time zone, still streaming strong. Yeah, watching a movie before I pass out. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast, so Pacific time for me, and Ian is only an hour behind. So, yeah, it's just midnight for me now, and Lainey, and 11:09 for. Oh wait, 1 in the morning for Ian. I'm good. I'm good with time zones.
Oh yeah, you're amazing with it.
Yeah.
How'd you get so good, baby?
Well, there's a scene in Pirates that goes all over it. It's very memorable.
Taught you from a young age.
Yes, it's very memorable instructions about time zones and however you look at the human body. Anyways, I don't want to get into it. But yeah, I know Ian is a big Laserdisc guy. I don't think I've ever seen like Laserdisc, like a movie on Laserdisc outside of like, like educational stuff in school. Where they'd wheel out like the CRT TV on a cart, so it wasn't exactly an optimum experience. So I never really got into it. Which is probably for the best because I'm already into things like the CDI. So I don't need to also be into Laserdisc. Laserdisc players are pretty fucking big, as you would imagine. Kevin Ball said, don't make me splash the stream with holy OnlyFans bathwater. That stuff ain't cheap. Oh, who was the girl that was selling her bathwater?
Oh, it was like Korean YouTuber. I can't remember her name.
She's not. So she probably has a YouTube too, but I know she's like. I thought she was bigger on Instagram, but.
Oh, I mean, you're probably right. I know she was some type of influencer, but I can't remember her name.
Vanessa says to try CRT projectors. Maybe once move back to Florida. I'm trying not to. Yeah, Belle Delphine. That's who it was. Thanks, Daniel. And 316. Yeah, I'm trying not to buy like too much stuff right now because it's something else that just has to be like shipped back to Florida. So I'm trying to hold off.
What did I miss?
Not much. Just talking about a little bit of bath water being sold after Kevin said, "Don't make me splash the stream with holy OnlyFans bath water."
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, if you sub out of my OnlyFans account, you'll be the first to get my gamer bathwater. And I assure you, it won't just be soapy dishwater I send you. I promise.
That's Jesus. Someone's been watching two Pirates on repeat on this.
No, actually, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't actually send soapy dishwater. I would literally just pour cans of Budweiser lime into the jars for you, because that tasted just like soapy dishwater.
Nick said, "Loving the streams. Getting drunk isn't so lonely with it." Yeah, we're all getting drunk.
During these
it.
unprecedented times, I like to invent the opportunity to not drink alone, but drink with friends over the internet. A new social outreach program.
I've thought about maybe like on my Discord, like opening like a voice chat channel, and just letting whoever wants to jump in, like jump in and like have them be on the stream with me and with us or whatever. But like DJ Slopes did it pretty recently, and man, it was
You have to. Well, the funny thing is, I've done it before on my streams, but then again, my streams aren't very big, and it's one of those things where you have to like be very cognizant of what you're managing. And I would imagine like something like DJ Slopes, I feel like you'd have a very huge audience of people to manage.
Yeah, he's got a bigger audience, and most people were like pretty cool, but like there were a few people that like would jump in sometimes and were just like real obnoxious, and it puts him in a catch-22, right? Because if like he's like kicks them out or whatever, he's like, some people are gonna think he's being rude or.
Oh yeah. It's one of those like.
You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have to be like real mute happy with those kind of streams, like just ready to go.
Yeah, but people
no
want to,
trigger.
but then people get mad because you're muting them.
Right.
So.
But then you're like, content.
I mean, like the way YouTube is, like somebody like could say like the wrong thing, in your Discord voice chat and get you like your whole channel banned.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to be very conscientious, especially about what you're bringing in. Because I feel like if you have over he has 125,000 subs or something like that now.
I probably way more than that.
Like you might bring in a couple of guys that want to be very edgy, meme factory type stuff.
Mm-hmm. So let me go back up to the chat here a little bit. Robert James 954, which I don't think I've seen him before. Are you buying any retro stuff games in particular?
Me? Let's see here.
I'm not.
I've been on a weird 32X kick lately, where I've been trying to find titles that have been not too expensive. Like recently bought Tempo for like $75.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I find 32X stuff is one of those rare platforms where it's actually kind of worth it.
So Screw the Net said, "Why did we stop talking about porn?" Oh well, we were talking about hentai on another live stream. I don't know. Look, we'll loop back around. Don't worry. We'll reach back around. We'll reach back around, if you will.
Oh Jesus.
Daniel Daly said, "Oh God, I'm so hungover." Runs bath. I got you, fam. I don't even know what that's a reference to.
Just the bathwater. Don't worry. Don't worry. My bathwater is loaded with electrolytes to make sure to get you back into peak drinking form.
She sold it for like an extreme amount.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Funny.
Yeah.
Like it was.
But then like somebody wouldn't ship it. I think she put it on eBay or something, and like eBay. I don't remember what the deal was. But Kevin Ball wrote, "Alcohol kills germs, man. It makes sense." 316. What's up, wrote, "Waiting for my exclusive historic nerd toe bathwater." Jonathan said, "I just want that sweet, sweet DNA."
Oh, jeez. Here, James Chessman says, "Hi, guys. Just got here. It's 3 a.m. and you guys are talking about bathwater and germs and DNA. I feel like I'm just taking a shower." So, jeez. And, yeah. So, by the way, if you watch my nice edited content and you feel like that's the way the channel is, I apologize to have this particular form of...
streams
this is why all my streams are backed up to a different channel where I have plausible deniability. I'm like, that's not me. I swear to God.
It's not me.
That's somebody who's drunk and has a problem. It's not clear.
There's actually a nice, wholesome message. Nick Godomsky wrote, "Just getting into streams. Never realized how fun it is. Thanks for being so responsive."
I try to. Yeah, it's kind of always been my goal with streams is to respond to the audience as much as possible. Because I never really enjoyed going to streams where they like ignore them a lot. I find the longer the stream goes, I tend to get more inebriated, so it gets more difficult. But I try my best.
To be fair, I was just gonna say like we both try to like always respond to just about all the messages in the chat for the most part, but once we start to get really drunk, especially if we get like 3 or 4 people, like and it's like if Jimmy shows up.
Yeah, we get
we
get Jimmy or Alex in here. It gets real hard to keep up the chat.
Then it's over.
It's impossible.
Yeah,
although Alex actually does a pretty good job, and Jimmy too, like of going back to the chat. But it'll be like 30 minutes of like not looking at the chat. Then let's go back to the chat.
Let's go back to the chat. Keep this ball rolling.
Yeah. I wouldn't forget.
Anyways, John Rogers, Human Interact has a good system for allowing his Discord people into voice chat. Oh, I'll have to talk to Alex about that.
I don't know. I need to sit down and actually, I've done it before where I did like a community chat thing. I just need to go back and do it again.
Hey, Jonathan G with a $5
Whoa!
I've noticed a distinct lack of monetary support tonight for our gamer nerd.
Yeah, what happened to Kit? He like dropped off the chat.
Kit cannot like support.
Don't push Kit. He donates.
No, I'm glad he's not supporting, but I haven't even seen him like
he was
respond or anything.
He was
like,
early. He said he was laying down and going to bed earlier.
Yeah,
so.
I think he's on the East Coast.
Okay, gotcha.
No, he's in San Diego actually.
Okay. Well, good for him and his wallet.
Yeah,
totally.
but don't do that. Kid will come back and start spending money. Don't make it do that.
He like wakes up. He's like, I heard my name. It was on the street.
Oh, it's the James Chessman said. Sorry, let me get this one. So what did I actually miss? So essentially, the reference earlier was years and years ago. I worked in a video store when Pirates came out. And Pirates was the most expensive pornographic film ever made. But when I worked in a video store, it was the R-rated cut of it, and I remember like just having an awkward conversation with the customer, being very heated about the movie. Manisaria, thank you very much for donating $5. $5 train. But so that was the reference, and then we kind of went to bathwater for some reason. I don't know how we got to that one, but you know, we've been drinking. It's been several hours, and that's just where things go.
But yeah, Pirates had like millions of dollars. You know, I'm not gonna link it or anything, but I would be, I'm sure there's like a link to like the trailer is probably like on YouTube or something, because, you know, I would say it didn't look as good as Pirates of the Caribbean from the little bits I saw on.
Well, the sets looked just as good because they were from the movie.
Oh, they didn't use actual movies.
No, they like the reason why they made the movie was because they got a cheap deal on the sets from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
like literally, that was like the reason why that movie. It's a really random film tidbit of history, but that's like why those movies exist.
Yeah, this is like a great video that would never be monetized. Kevin Ball wrote, "32X is finally worth it 30 years later."
The 32X is truly an underrated system.
Through the net, yes, but we were talking about porn. That should have been an ARG.
See, adding the 32X. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Easy. I appreciate the donation, man. But no, actually, the cool thing, I'm right now. I have the model ready for the Sega Neptune. I've had that made. So I'm just basically trying to find an actual way to print it that isn't like an arm and a leg, or I'm wasting a ton of friggin' plastic.
So Nick Gadomski, which it's funny because I think I just pronounced it differently, but he said, "Hey, you got my last name right. Props. Most people don't get it right the first try wrestling." Well, I probably didn't.
Thank you for getting my name right. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you for the explanation. I remember Blockbuster.
This cave is not a natural formation.
Screw that. I said, "Oh, though missed the very cream." The cream is like in all caps with the crowd of corner joke. Anyways,
oh God.
Activity Complex wrote, "It's turning into a it's a drunk conversation. It's like tuning into ATHF or Seinfeld date."
Oh.
I don't know what ATHF is. I feel like very uncool now. I'm gonna block him.
I've become self-conscious.
7 People of Doom with a pretty hot take here. Pirates had a better plot than the AVGN movie. I started the AVGN movie. I watched like 10 minutes of it, and then I stopped. I don't remember why, so I can't really like judge it. It looked, I don't know. I guess okay, but I didn't really watch it.
One sec here. But rated R experience.
Did you say $9.99 donation?
Yeah, from Easy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Easy's a pretty cool guy. I met him in Portland, and it's really rare when like I meet somebody I have to like physically like look up to, and like he's I think he's like 6'5", 6'6", big guy, pretty cool though.
It says historic nerds $5 bathwater is greater than Subway's $5 footlong.
Oh, jeez.
Kevin Ball said that. This is in reference to Pirates. And those same sets will be used in the upcoming Gritty reboot.
Can you imagine being the guy that has to like sit there and maintain those sets?
Same guy that maintains the holodecks after Riker uses it.
God.
Seventh Beetle of Doom wrote, "I want Red Letter Media to review Pirates one day. That would actually be great."
That'd be pretty funny. Go. I just
with
watched
a $5 donation. Thanks for getting my last name right. You deserve $5. Great stream. $5 train. Well, you're welcome, Ian.
Yeah, thank you for getting his last name right, because I don't think I would have. I appreciate the donation. Oh man, ever watched Space Cop? Oh, I need to watch that movie. I haven't checked it out.
James Chessman wrote, "Thanks for the explanation. I remember in Blockbuster there were a few such rentals that were originally pornos but edited out to be rated R. Strange viewing experience." That's kind of what Pirates was if you picked it up at Blockbuster, basically.
Yeah, that's what it was at Hollywood Video as well. It was the R-rated cut-down version, but like because it was such a expensive movie, it had like front and center like end cap space at Hollywood Video, so it had like 130 copies right there in the wall.
Do you see John wrote? So Ian says, "We're talking about the Pirates movie and stuff. Do you have Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball?"
Oh God, no! I never actually owned that one. I only ever rented that one.
I see. Somebody gave you a thumbs down. Clearly, some
got a grenade.
Anti-Pirates.
No, I mean one of my favorite hobbies is actually to sit and if I refreshed the live stream, like I refreshed my sub feed to see how far it down ticks every time
my subscribers.
Yeah, so apparently I've lost like 3 or 4 subs from this live stream, but just the way things go. But I don't know. The funny thing is, like, my channel, like, I've pretty much like clockwork streamed on weekends for the last couple of years, with the exception of 2018 when I was like deployed for 6 months.
Yeah, people should know by now.
Yeah, I think they should understand. Like I've gotten comments where like people were like literally went to one of my videos and like wrote, "I unsubscribed because you constantly live stream. Keep that on Twitch." And I'm like, "Oh, come on, man." I'm like I understand that like it can be annoying to get notifications and that stuff, but
but the thing is, like, you live stream pretty late, and people will only get notifications if they went into the YouTube app and check that setting to get late notifications.
And then all mine I immediately put to private after, and then upload to my archive channel. So it's kind of like it doesn't. So that way it doesn't really clog their sub feed either. So
I'm sure, like, it'd be different if you were doing YouTube for a living. You'd probably be a little bit more conscientious of that. Maybe have a dedicated streaming channel or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a hobby. It's for fun. You know, like, it's your channel to do with how you want to do it.
Yeah. I've always viewed this definitely as one of those things where it's just live streaming is always fun because it's just nice to drink and chit chat with random people all over the country / planet. Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing.
Good times.
And it was great. I remember I met you this way, so it was pretty good. Worked out good.
Yeah. So let me go up here. James Chasman said, "I got a few of those R-rated movies by accident back then. Like, I would expect them to be action movies." Nick asked, "How often do you both stream, irregular, or do you have a schedule?" Well, Ian just said he streams pretty much every weekend. I stream pretty irregularly.
Yeah. I would say I stream either every Friday or Saturday every week, unless I have army crap going on. Yeah.
I might stream this weekend just because it's a nice long weekend, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do and you want company, let me know.
Will do.
Yeah. Well, you were saying you're due for a Absolute Rose Street stream.
Yeah, but I mean that's like a day stream, I mean like a drunk live like evening stream.
Let's see here. Daniel Daly said, "I don't understand the issue. Your channel, your one channel of hundreds that I'm subscribed to. Your live streams show up in my notifications with no issues. I don't know. Some people have an issue with like people like YouTube channels that live stream a lot. I guess they feel like it doesn't belong on the platform or something along those lines. And I mean, like they're welcome to their opinions in that regard. And I really don't blame anyone for unsubscribing if they get tired of seeing my like face in their sub feed. So I don't have an issue with it. I mean, like unfortunately, I just can't create well-researched content as frequently as I used to, just based on my own taste and what I want to accomplish when I make a video now. So, yeah.
Easy with another $5 donation. $5 bid for your house copy of Pirates. I don't have Pirates. It's did anybody say that they have it? I know James said he has like some R-rated ones, but
one of my good buddies
in the back of a drawer.
So funny story. One of my good buddies has he bought a copy of that, but on HD DVD.
That's got to be like the rarest version.
It's got to be, yeah. Genesis, I often never get notified. Yeah, I've heard that, which I thought was kind of funny. When I started this stream tonight, I actually got a notification for the first time in forever. So I was like, huh, maybe things are changing.
I always get your notifications, but maybe it's because I'm like a recent sub.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. YouTube is really weird. Like, the funny thing is people like will get notifications for my live streams, but like then when I post a video, it doesn't show it to anybody. I'm like, what is going on?
Nick asked if you are guard or reserve.
I am full-time National Guard. That is my main profession.
And I am in the CDI Army. The general.
CD Army.
The CD Army.
Oh.
IR. The I stands for infantry. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Phillips themselves are unaware.
Yeah.
So we took our dog for a haircut this weekend, and he's like way cuter than he was before he went. He's being all affectionate now. He wants to be on like everybody's lap.
He tried
He's, like,
to bite
switching
my
back and
hand
forth
off yesterday.
from
So
laps.
Oh, jeez.
To be fair, he was threatening him with a paper towel.
I was cleaning up some throw up on the carpet from one of the animals, and he gets very angry if he sees you cleaning up vomit. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
What type of dog is he?
He's a Shih Tzu.
Oh, Shih Tzu. Excuse me.
Like pretty small though.
Yeah. He's like 15 pounds.
Yeah, and he can totally be pushed off a cliff. I know where you're going.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you were cleaning up the puke and you were doing like a fast left and right motion with the paper towel, a lot of smaller, like, lightweight dogs like that are bred to be mousers. And they literally think your hand is a small rodent and just attack it.
No, this is before you even get the paper towel down to the... If he sees you have a paper towel and there's vomit and you're approaching it, he knows that you're going to clean it up and he gets...
He's like,
angry.
No, that's mine. Yeah.
This dog is fucking insane. The other day, he started getting... And it's Lainey's, like, dog, like, she has since he was a puppy. He got so mad at her. I don't even remember over what. He starts barking at her, like, really yapping. He wants to bite her. And then he, like, tilted his head to the side and kept barking like the way, like, in a movie some gangster would, like, tilt a gun or something. It was the weirdest, most psychotic
that's a kill shot. It's a kill shot.
Yeah, I don't remember what I did, though. Obviously, I did something wrong.
Then he said, then he said, like, Fred Durst's voice, "What you gonna do?
What you gonna do now?" Oh God.
It's Fred Durst, guys. We take care of Fred Durst.
Anyways, he has done a 360 tonight, or 180 tonight, and he's being like very, very sweet. He's like switching off between Yahal and I's laps, and it's real cute.
Oh,
and plus,
funny.
he's like real clean, so he doesn't stink or anything. It's great.
Yeah,
It's great, guys.
My chocolate lab is sitting over by the open garage door, just staring out at people. What am I doing right now in this game?
John, so first Colin says, "I'm glad you aren't holding a grudge against your brother there." But then John said, "I'm sure somewhere out there, Durst is just happy someone is talking about him." His friend Durst definitely has Google alerts turned on.
It's like he's gotten 3 notifications in the last hour. He's like, "Man, I feel like I'm back on top.
I'm back.
What you gonna do now?"
Benicera said, "Labradorable."
Oh.
316 says, "Did the dog keep rolling like Fred Durst though?" He does roll on command.
Rolling.
He does roll over.
Yeah, he knows roll over. He knows shake. He knows sit. He knows all the good ones.
Well, he knows bite. You don't even have to tell him to. Sometimes he'll just do it on his own.
Yeah, the funny thing, I had my dog trained to be able to roll over, but like then I taught her how to do it, and she could do it for a bit. Then I stopped doing it with her, and then she forgot how, and I'm like, it's too late now. she's
do again.
Well, she's 9 years old now, so I'm kind of like, I think it's too late. that train is gone.
Colin says he has the best kind of dog, and I'm really afraid of what his next message is going to be about.
I believe it's a kangaroo. They don't have dogs in Australia.
Oh, no, I thought he said that he eats kangaroo meat. No, I really thought he had said that earlier. I'm not.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the thing they do.
Anyways, Colin, do you know Russell Crowe?
Do you enjoy throwing phones at hotel lobby people?
He said a cat. Okay, I agree with that.
You're a cat guy like you.
Cats.
Yeah, right. Yeah, how it's talking all this shit about my dog, but his cat is crazy. I can't even walk by the entrance of a room without her trying to claw me and doing these crazy meows. No, it is not.
The meow.
That is clearly slander, madam.
Yeah, just because she doesn't do that to you. Seriously, there was a point where I was I feel like I can't even walk around my own house. So I started bringing a broom with me wherever I went, and I just put it on the side of me, whatever side she was on.
Guys,
so she would attack the broom instead of me.
Lainey was using that broom to fly well before.
Anyway, that cat is crazy. And then in the middle of the night, she'll yowl really loud, and if anything, you try to move her, anything at all.
If she's sleeping, all right, because she cuddles up on me. So if I move a lot, she'll be like, Rah.
She does not do it that quiet. She's
what you gonna do? Just Fred Durst.
She starts scratching the whole
She'll
bed.
give you a little one, and then once you are like, hey, I really need you to move. She's like, well, I'm really mad about it. Anyways.
I'm just saying, Walter is very well behaved compared to that cat. The other one is an angel. Starbuck is an angel. It's just Cece. She's crazy.
Anyways.
Oh man.
Listen, all you guys need to know is that I'm right, and we'll just leave it at that. Okay? I think we can all agree. No, I'm just kidding.
I even got this plug-in thing that's supposed to have some type of stuff that emits to help calm her down. I think it's called feline something. I don't know.
Feel away. I hear they have several plugs in the Pirates movie.
No.
Plug in several things.
I just died.
Where is it? Tell me where it is.
Let me switch games here. I've been playing this one for a while. Let me switch titles 1 sec.
Ian, why aren't you interrupting us?
What was that?
Why aren't you interrupting our...
Oh, sorry. Interrupting your cat argument.
Yeah. The cat's a monster. Just come over here and meet it, Ian. You look great.
Apparently we're forcing Nick to get another drink. Hey, buddy, that's not admissible in court as evidence for Ian disrupting your health. But yeah, grab another drink. Why not?
Will become my familiar in time.
Daniel Daly, I don't know if you can hear me, Ian, but he's asking if it's Stubbs time. What'd you say, babe?
I was reading Kevin B. Hall's message. He said the cat will become my familiar in time. From the Golden Compass.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Cece's still bites and scratches me every once in a while. So.
Yeah, because she's a.
She was abused. She had been kicked in the face. That's why she's missing tooth. She had gotten kicked in the face. She used to be way
Put 'em-
worse.
I should have put on
Put 'em
Stubbs, but I
with
put on
her.
Spider-Man 2
Give her a
instead.
wide berth.
The only problem is that you're part of the human race, and that's why she hates, unfortunately.
I give her a wide berth, and then if she comes close to me, I just freeze and let her do her thing until she calms down.
Listen, in like 7 years, she'll be just as chill with you as she is with me.
Okay.
Oh, Colin said that my cat is cool. She picked my wife. She hated other women. Loved my wife. Screw the Net is leaving, I believe.
I'll catch you later,
so.
man.
Oh, no, Kevin's leaving.
Oh, Kevin's out here?
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
passing out. Catch you later, Kevin. Thanks for dropping by, man.
Yeah, good. Always good to see you, hear from you.
Yeah, for those of you in the chat who aren't aware of Kevin Ball, definitely check out his channel and or Instagram.
You posted the Instagram link. I'll grab it and post it again here. By the way, have you ever tried to like browse Instagram on a web browser? It's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see if I remember how to play this game.
Just search it and then, yeah.
How do you even... I haven't touched Spider-Man 2 in the better part of, God, probably 15 years. Okay, let's see if I can... Okay, let's see, you jump onto a building, hit B, alright.
He doesn't much. There's a link to one of Kevin's creations.
Nick comments, he said, hey, once again, props to you being in the Guard. Should have done the same. Well, no, it's never too late. But it's certainly a great organization.
But isn't it too late at some point? Don't they
Well, I mean, if
you
you're-
need to be a certain age?
Yeah, I think they literally have
honestly,
a point
actually,
where
I
they tell
mean,
you it's too late.
I mean, provided you don't have a medical issue or anything like that.
Yeah, I thought you
Yeah,
couldn't be
I
older
thought there was
than
like an age,
like 35 or something?
35.
No,
yeah.
well, it's 35 to become an officer, actually. So you could be older, potentially. So like 39 or 40.
But you just have no future. Is what you're saying.
Well, no, I mean, provided you can meet the physical requirements, you can have a future within the organization.
But you can't be an officer.
But no, yeah, you're too old to be an officer. Because ultimately, wearing a butter bar second lieutenant rank at the age of 40, they tend to look down on you.
But if you're like 25, they don't look.
They
This is very
look up
confusing.
at you. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna."
Well,
list this place
think
down."
about this. So, like, imagine this: you are a.
I've been watching a lot of.
Let's say you've been in. Okay, well, think about this. In the military, let's say you've been in the military for 12 years. You're pushing 37, and you meet somebody who is 24 years old, who is your boss. How do you feel about that?
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, isn't it
Yeah.
weird that they don't let like people like become officers just because they're? So I'm so confused. So if you want to become an officer, you have to like become one
have to be
before
young as fuck.
35.
Well, yeah, pretty much. You have to be before 35 because ultimately, in order to make progression and make rank, before you are physically pretty much unable to keep up with everyone, like the people your age. That's why they have that cutoff.
Oh, you haven't seen Johnny Bananas on the challenge because you can be like 45 and still keep up.
No, yeah, I mean, but that's not most people though.
Bro, these buildings are just like planes. Like these buildings are like lazy as hell. They're just like cubes with like flat textures.
My God, for some reason this game is so hard when you're drunk. By the way,
This is
really hard. I apparently I don't remember how to like cut ties with the other. Oh, you have to hit A and then okay.
Hey, if you came for the stream looking to get a severe case of vertigo, you've come.
Yeah, you've come to the right place.
Come to the right place.
If you want to get nauseated or dizzy in any way, let me know.
There you go.
Okay, so apparently you have to. What the fuck what just happened? You're gonna see that here in a sec.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just stops, and then I
Doing yoga in the middle.
just
of
float in the air. I'm like, okay.
He was just doing a real nice stretch.
Hey, my dad has been in the Air Force for almost 40 years. Yeah, I mean, like, so if you get in from the ground level, for sure.
Yeah, I've never played this game.
Yeah, I'm for some reason I'm remembering this game controlling a much more smoothly. But I'm like, oh, okay. But this is also the first time I'm touching this game.
Yeah,
in
Spider-Man seems a
long
little
time.
jittery. That's the way I would
Spider-Man seems a little bit like he's on crack.
like a little bit of a cocaine.
Oh, it's a little too late for me. I was Air Force, so I'm just trying. Oh, gotcha. No take backs.
I mean, you know, like I don't know how the controls are, but at least they have like the swinging through buildings looks fun. The buildings look like shit. They look like something from the N64. Like just a flat plane shaded. The clouds too. It's just like a flat plane that's moving.
You know what I would like to see you play, Ian, is like Sonic. I haven't seen that in like such a long time. I used to love that game. I would totally watch somebody play it.
Like Sonic on the Genesis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
316. I don't recommend this stream for your house, cat. Benacera.
Oh yeah. Coincidentally, she's the same one who barfed on Yahel's head.
Yeah, well, she didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Benacera said, my dad got out of the army after 13. He didn't want to be sent to Korea, though I would have loved it. I miss Germany.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm been in about 7 years now, so. But the neat thing about being an officer, though, like I can technically resign my commission whenever I feel like it. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Just like in Star Trek, when somebody
How
gets
many
mad about
pips do
something.
you have, Ian?
What was that?
How many pips?
Pips?
You know. From
pips.
Star Trek.
That's not how you guys.
I'm like you have. So as an officer, the only thing I'm allowed to have on my uniform is like, in terms of like years, like it'd be like every 6 months deployed to a combat zone, and I have none of those. But if you're a non-commissioned officer, you can have, I think it's for every year or 6 months of service, you can have a pip on your uniform, so you can get a pretty interesting sleeve going. But as an officer, I don't get any of that.
Well, we went more like the Star Trek pips for like the rank.
I guess I would. I would be a bit above an ensign. I can tell you that. Let's see. What is your rank, Ian? So we can call him. I am a first lieutenant. If you're wondering what I am. One sec.
Walter, no, you're being a bug. It's uncomfortable. This is a tiny chair, buddy.
Alrighty. Sorry, guys. Our dog started drinking our laps. We stopped paying attention to him, and then Ian left.
So Colin apparently says it's pronounced lieutenant in you European and Aussie Commonwealth countries, yes, but in America it's called lieutenant.
Interesting. What game are you throwing in now?
Dynasty Warriors. Yank swine. Let's see, Ian, do you have the Sonic Mega? No, I do not have that for Xbox, actually. Or wait, or do I? I don't think I do.
I think we're probably going to head out like at 1, so like in 15 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah, I think that's probably a good time for me to end the stream myself, actually.
I think you've only been streaming for like 4 hours or something. So.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5.
Yeah, because you started like at 9 my time, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're definitely making fun of you. Good stuff either way. Excuse me.
Well, Colin, Yahel is a former wrestler, if you didn't know by his name.
Well, actually, Colin is
pretty
talking
tough.
about. Colin's talking about how apparently we have to fight because my grandfather during World War II stole an Australian mailbag.
Oh my God, Colin's been talking about this for months.
Yeah. So we need. Well, and
like, I thought it was a joke, but now I'm like, yeah, he was bringing this up.
Yeah.
No, but he said he's gonna fight you also for your CDI.
I don't have the CDI will defend me. Kidding.
Well, I was just trying to build you up, saying how tough you were with your
I
wrestling
mean,
experience.
I am tough, but nothing's tougher than the CDI. the CDI, dude, like, how is it that the CDI doesn't like even get warm?
Yeah, it's all that free
it's
space.
ice cold because it's so gangster.
It's crazy. Well, like even like older like consoles and stuff like get warm. A VCR will get warm if you use it for a while. CDI, nothing. Who was my favorite wrestler, Nick? Of all time, probably HBK. Jericho is definitely getting pretty close there, although Jericho's like outside the ring stuff is getting pretty obnoxious.
He likes
and
Orange
irresponsible.
Cassidy.
Yeah, but Orange Cassidy like is nowhere.
What does
near
he? What does he do outside the ring that's annoying?
He's been doing a lot of stupid shit, like took his fucking band to play like at that Sturgis rally, like biker thing, like last week, and then wrestled like after that. Like it's like, come on, man, like. And of course, nobody at Sturgis was, taking any kind of precautions of any sort.
Yep.
But anyways, let's keep it light.
Yeah.
Let's keep it light, like the dialogue in Pirates.
I am the greatest pirate hunter there ever was. Now show me that booty. Direct quote.
Lady just stared at me and blinked. Screw the Net said my grandpa's favorite cousin, with my same first name, was knifed to death by a Nicaraguan. Years later, I found out my father was Nicaraguan. But this is only the beginnings of our blood feud. I think I'm too drunk to decipher.
So your
the Venn diagram for this.
Oh, this is an interesting twist here going on. M. Night Shyamalan level of comment.
It turns out I killed my father before he had me.
And then I became my father. The one that holds the CDI is the one that rules them all.
So is this wait, is this an RTS or
No, that's why am I
yeah, Venusaur. I really like Malenko and Saturn a lot. Malenko, especially in WCW. I mean, he was insane, and Perry was always great, especially in ECW when he was in the Eliminators tag team. Yeah, those are great guys. I guess just when I think of like an all-time great wrestler, I think about like just not just like their work rate in the ring, but also like their personality, their charisma, their promos, and for me, like Shawn Michaels is just like the best kind of all-around package. Speaking of packages and pirates, there's a lot of packages that...
God damn it.
A lot of good packages, I heard.
Yeah, the quest for booty while looking for booty.
I don't even fit in the mailbox, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Real big.
You need a ship to fit all... All right, guys, let's move on. What about RVD? Yeah, RVD's great. RVD's good.
You broke me. I can't even... I can't even process any of the comments.
Collins was, or what's the scariest thing to do in the ring? I think that varies.
Propose.
I think it varies by person, but I can tell you that at wrestling school, one of the things that universally scared everyone to learn was back body drops. Then once you do it a couple times, it's
what is that? To the,
So back
the
body
non-wrestler.
The way it's usually done is, a guy throws you to the ropes. Your opponent throws you to the ropes. Your opponent's in the middle of the ring. Your opponent bends down, and as you come to him, your opponent then throws you over their back, and you like, so you essentially go up in the air above your opponent's head because they're throwing you up in the air. You flip in the air and land on your back. So it's kind of like a really crazy front flip, I guess. But the problem is like the person that your opponent's like pushing you up into the air, and pushing you up, so you don't have necessarily full control of how your body's going to rotate. So you like, even like years after like I started wrestling, I would very rarely take back body drops on the indies unless like I knew the guy well that I was wrestling and I knew like he could do it right and blah blah blah. Because you can like really somebody can under rotate you and you can end up like landing straight down on your head, on your neck, or somebody can over rotate you, which you would think is like all safe or whatever, but it's not, because what will end up happening is you'll land on your tailbone, which isn't good from that height, but then you'll also whiplash your neck. So that's actually one of them that a lot of people don't talk about. That's not that much fun if you're in there with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. If you practice it a lot, though, you end up learning how to. The secret to always taking one well is when you get to your opponent, you really push yourself up in the air and off of them so that you go up really high. That way, if they do over or under rotate you, you can use your legs to either push, extend out to balance yourself if you were under rotated, or bring them in if you were over rotated. That's the secret. Anyways, nobody cares.
I'm kind of honestly, I have to say, I'm kind of shocked how many people actually like care about wrestling, because it was just never something I was really into. But I mean, based on just the sheer response of people that actually like post a bunch of stuff to that Thunder in Paradise thing in my Discord, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Like, people are really into wrestling. All right.
I'm actually surprised you don't like it, because you have like an appreciation for like, you know, oddball humor and just like weird, quirky things. And there's few things weirder and dumber than wrestling.
I don't know, wrestling, I never got into it because I always saw wrestling as like a soap opera type story, and I'm like, not my thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I could never get into it either. I thought like it was a little bit like too fake for me. Like, I watch a lot of like fake reality, like Big Brother, The Challenge, whatever. Like every 90 Day Fiance, all fake reality, right? But like that one was just like, it's too blatant for me. I want you to at least like pretend that this is real. So I don't know. I could never like get real into it.
I don't know. I had a brother who was way into wrestling and stuff like that, but it never really appealed to me.
Does he do any streams? Maybe
maybe I have a new best friend, huh? Yeah. I don't know. One of these days I need to have him on.
Didn't he like send you by like a bunch of copies of a shitty?
No, that's my other brother, actually.
Oh,
okay. So my other brother, when I moved into my new house, I would go outside and there'd be a random copy of Hitman sitting on like in my front yard, and this is the Timothy Olyphant Hitman. And it was funny for a little bit, and then like it got kind of interesting because then I had to go on like this like 2-week training deployment thing, and I'm like, hey, I feel like I'm gonna talk to you because I don't know if it's you or not, but I would like to know if it is, because I'm gonna leave my wife home alone for 2 weeks, and I don't want her to shoot somebody while I'm gone. Is it you leaving copies of Hitman in my front yard? And
right, because I guess that could be seen as a threat, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but like it was one of those things where I knew it was him just because we had gotten in arguments about that movie, because he liked the later remake of Hitman, and I thought it was shit, and I kind of liked the original one with Timothy Olyphant. I didn't say it was like a great movie. I guess that was a better film, and so we got in arguments about it. And so he apparently had gone to like a Big Lots, and they were selling them for like 50 cents a copy. So he bought like 20 copies of the movie just to throw in my front yard.
Dude, I remember for like the first week or first few days it was happening in our group chat, you were like, somebody keeps leaving copies of it. You were like sending us like a picture every day.
Yeah.
Good times, good times.
It was.
The way I got Laney was by leaving a copy of Pirates. Front door every day.
He just left a trail. It was like the breadcrumbs from Hansel and Gretel, and it was just a new like soft porn every day. So I started with Pirates, and then we escalated.
Well, what other ones? You're gonna name some? I'm curious to hear.
Two girls, one cup.
That is not softcore.
That escalated dramatically.
That is, that's a bit beyond that.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah,
when I got to his door, and
you don't want to start off with that. It's all.
Well, it's it was a box set after that of Red Shoe Diaries. Starring
my God! Wow, Red Shoe Diaries. I haven't heard that name in a long time. That was Showtime or HBO?
Showtime, I think. Okay. All right. Well, it's about 2 a.m. my time,
yeah,
guys.
I think we're gonna keep going.
So it's about 2 a.m. my time. I definitely want to thank everybody for dropping by and hanging out as long as you have. So we're going to end the stream about here. If you weren't aware of the person in the chat with me, it's Yahel from Wrestle the Gaming. Fantastic documentary gaming channel. If you weren't aware of him, go check him out.
Well, I tried to plug my channel, but instead YouTube tagged myself within the chat. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Let me try this again.
Well, because apparently you still can't go to channels anymore, right?
You can't click on somebody's profile, I guess.
That's so interesting the way they changed that. But also, only 6 p.m. my time. Keep going, Ginger Midget. Yeah, but it's about 2 a.m. my time, so I'm going to go ahead and crash. But I definitely want to thank all of you for dropping by and hanging out as long as you have. Let me see if I can post a link to the Discord. All of you are welcome there. 1 sec here. Let me get that.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. It was a really fun stream.
Yeah, thanks for dropping on, man. I appreciate it. Also, thank you, Laney, for hanging out.
This is definitely the most Pirates talk since whenever the first one came out, and it was like a thing on, that was talked about on TV for a week.
Yeah,
we're making it popular again.
We're bringing Pirates back. It's a eclectic piece of
dude. I remember. I didn't want to say this earlier because I knew I was gonna get shit, but I'll say it now since the stream is ending. I'm a coward. I'm pretty sure I remember. I'm pretty sure I remember that Vivid made Pirates. Vivid, which was like the quote-unquote high-end porn company at the time. Oh. I heard about it at church. I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, that's what they told me on Access Hollywood.
John Tesh
told me that.
All right, let me go ahead and paste an invite to the chat here. That's the Discord. You guys are more than welcome to come by and drop by and hang out there. Thank you, John Rogers. Click on his, probably more than mine. His will probably work. Definitely want to.
For all you Star Trek fans, I highly recommend the Star Trek channel on Historic Nerd's Discord server. We share a lot of stupid Star Trek memes on there, and occasionally have a serious discussion, but mostly fun memes. About
mostly fun dank memes.
Yeah.
But all right, definitely want to thank you guys for dropping by. Have a fantastic evening or night. All right, bye.